This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
What's up, what's up? Dub them E's, the Mark Weber here for Most Valuable Podcast, and we have something very special. Look at everybody here. Sean is holding stuff, and I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but, oh, okay, thank you. So we are doing a mock draft from Most Valuable Podcasts. You've hopefully seen some of the other ones that Ricky and myself have done, or that the Outcasts have done with their 7-round full mock draft for the Bears. But what we're doing today is just the first round. Everybody has a select amount of teams that they are the war room for. You're the GM, you're the owner, the coach, whatever you want to be. And we are going to allow trades. Everybody, we have not done any of this beforehand. Nobody knows what anyone is going to do just yet. We have ideas of what some people are going to do because, you know, some people are dumb and love Josh Allen. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm sorry, Ricky. You can do whatever you want. I don't want to upset your pick. But what I have here, I'll go ahead and go around the table, introduce everybody, or let you introduce yourselves. I'll let everybody introduce themselves and say what teams you are representing today. I'll start since I have the microphone first. I'm going to be doing the Giants. I'm Mark, by the way, as I said that already. The Dolphins, the Bills again, and the Panthers.
You guys should know me by now, Ricky, but if you're new, got the Browns, then the Bucks, the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Vikings. Got 2 picks. Got to say them twice, right, Sean?
Sure. I mean, you guys, I don't know why you guys aren't saying the numbers because, I mean, these numbers might move
1, 4,
around.
7, 14, 18, 30.
Anyways, I'm Sean Anderson, and I am going to be picking for the Colts at 6, the Chargers at 17, the Cowboys at 19, the Patriots at 23, the Saints at 27, and the Pats again at 31.
Surprise there with the Pats. No surprise.
Mark's my boy.
All right. I'm Dave. You guys know me. I've got the Broncos at 5, the Raiders at 10, the Redskins at 13, Titans at 25, and the Jaguars at 29.
All right, and I'm the Juice Man.
Juice Man?
Juice is in the house. I have the Jets, the 49ers, and pretty much all of the AFC North except for the Browns. Actually, really, I do. I have the Steelers, Bengals, and Ravens. So, and then I'll throw it over to my partner over here.
All right, I'm Brad Buzzweed. You all know me from the Outcast with my man Juice. I got the Bears at 8, the Cards at 15, the Lions at 20, the Falcons at 26, and the Eagles, Super Bowl champion Eagles, who also do the Outcasts theme song, band based out of Philadelphia, Circa Survive. Yep. I have to mention that every time I'm on. That's the deal. You guys have the email.
When you guys say partners, like, is that life partner stuff? Like, what's going on? You guys, like...
Well, you see, we've known each other for a while, so we're, sex things are just easy here now.
Gotcha.
We don't have to change.
Also, where we come from, those are fighting words there, pal.
So, basically on this one, we're going to kind of sort of mimic the NFL draft, except for in the NFL draft, there aren't really reactions, at least not if you're not on Twitter. So, what we're going to do is we will have a clock running. It's 3 minutes. You will have your time. You can do trades. Everybody can do whatever you want. You can use the whole time. You don't have to use the whole time. Whatever the hell you want to do is fine by me. Whenever you're ready, you can announce that your pick is in. I'm looking at you because you're the one who comes up 3 times in the top 10. But you can announce that it's up and then go ahead and make your pick. Explain why you picked the person. Or if you're trading, you can explain why you're trading, whatever. And then we will, go ahead and react. Then it starts again.
And we're going to react accordingly. Like, this isn't going to be like Dave Gettleman, like, calling up John Dorsey, being like, hey, you're a dumbass. Like, we're actually going to be calling Ricky a dumbass when he picks Josh Allen at 1.
You can, yeah. You definitely can. So it'll be fun. Let us know in the comments section, of course, if you disagree or agree. I'll do all the fun stuff right now before we get started. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, because we have a lot of draft material for you guys, and it's coming up very soon, so you want to make sure you're prepared for it. Of course, you can check out other podcasts like The Outcast with Buzz and Juice. If you want Chicago sports, The Fast Break over here if you are a fan of basketball. The Onside Kick. And Brandon's not here. He's representing the Chiefs, Texans, and Rams today. But him and Ricky like to talk about college. So if you want big board and stuff like that, you can definitely check them out. And then, of course, head to mostvaluablepodcast.com. There will be a full 7-round everybody mock draft by Ricky. That's going to be up there sometime in the near future.
Good luck with that, by the way.
Yeah, he's done it before.
I've already made the picks, just right in the article. It was rough, but Tuesday should be out.
You've done it before, though, right? You did last year, right?
You did a full 7, just the 3. So this is me going the full distance, the marathon. for the first time.
So beyond that, head to patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. If you like what we're doing, you can check that out. Nobody's wearing an MVP t-shirt, but you can get an MVP t-shirt. If you like what you see and you want to show the world that you like what you see, you can do that by going to mostvaluablepodcast.com. There's a store there. You can check that stuff out.
Mine had baby throw up on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a light note. I was going to wear that. That it really did happen.
We would have also been dorks if we all wore MVP t-shirts.
I highly disagree
We
with
did.
that.
We almost did that.
I thought you were
We
going to
did.
wear it, Mark. I thought you as like one of the guys.
I wore it on Tuesday or
okay.
Wednesday when we recorded the onside kick, so I assumed it was somebody else's turn.
I just think it makes me look, like just super fit and cute. That's
It
why I was
does.
going to wear it.
Yeah, it makes everybody look fit and cute.
That's what I thought.
Buy it because it makes you look fit and cute.
Let's get the mock draft going.
I was just going to say. So what we're going to do now,
Longest intro.
well,
That's how you engage.
there's a lot of things to talk about. Right now, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock.
Well, no surprise, and don't make the sound because I'm going to edit it in later.
Wait a second. I'm phone call right now from the New York Football Giants, and we are ready to make an offer. We want to give you Odell Beckham Jr. Wait, I'm not done. Odell for number 1. For number 4, it's my mic. Don't turn off my mic. For number 1, for number 4, Odell Beckham Jr. and we'll give you Eli Manning.
Just keep talking, Mark. He'll run out of time, and he won't.
That's great, but the pick is in. Browns at number 1 going Saquon Barkley, running back from Penn State.
What?
Here's my reasoning behind it. If you guys have watched the onside kick, I mocked Josh Allen to the Browns. But that's what the Browns want. The Browns want Josh Allen.
This is your mock draft.
I don't care what quarterback I get it for. I'm taking the best prospect in the draft, Saquon number 1.
Idiotic.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty stupid there.
I mean, this is a team that has not had a quarterback since 1999. Like, they have not had a quarterback since I was alive. Like, this team has been around since 1999.
I'm
even
not
before
adding
that.
to the jersey at number 1.
So
You
you're
should
confident that they're
try
going to have a
to.
quarterback now after they missed since 1999?
You got to take a shot, though, and you have 5 guys.
Yeah,
and
Johnny
take,
Manziel's a shot. That was
Take
a
the
shot.
guy.
Yeah, I mean,
that was at 22, though. They haven't
coming
had,
back, man.
They haven't had the number 1 overall pick since Tim Couch. You have 5 guys that you could take from. You have the cream of the crop here. You are going to lose out if you have
You like Baker
Giants take a
Mayfield?
quarterback number 1. Baker Mayfield at the Jets. Hey, I'm just saying, even if you don't want him, you have the choice of those 5 guys that you want.
I
and
also
they'll
want
get
to
'em
throw
busted.
out there that now you don't know what I'm going to take with the Giants soon enough, but you're assuming that you're going to get the 3rd guy, right? That's your assumption, Ricky? You can just nod. Yeah, you think you're going to get the 3rd quarterback?
Well, there's only 2 picks ahead of me, so I'm getting one of them.
So you're going to be satisfied with anybody that you get.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to put that out there. You're satisfied with anybody you get, including Josh Allen.
Are the Giants on the clock?
Giants are on the clock.
Okay.
All right, Giants are willing to trade. Anybody want to call it?
I'm going to call up. For the Patriots, who are picking at 23 and 31. Really just gauging interest here, Mark.
Okay.
No, I don't know if I really want to give up both first-round picks. But what do you say about 23 and 31 for the 3rd this year and then a future 3rd?
The 3rd?
He's the second.
Yeah.
That's the Jets.
What are you talking about? No. I'm saying. So my first 2.
Okay.
So 23 and 31.
Yep.
And then a future third pick.
Okay.
So that'd be next year's pick, and
Yeah.
then the 95th pick, which is a 120 value according to DraftTech.com. So you're getting a 3rd this year, a future 3rd, and then 2 first rounders.
Don't like it.
Wow.
Damn.
Playing hardball over there.
I don't like it. Well, here's why I don't like it.
It's too far.
It's a big jump for you guys. It's a big jump back for us. I mean, we kind of need a quarterback. We kinda need a
You can admit that out loud, eh?
And that's a little far to jump back. I'm just saying. Anybody else want to make any?
I mean,
any
like
phone
I
calls?
would, but like the Jets traded every pick from now until 5 years from now. So I mean,
Yeah.
where can I move?
So my phone is the Bulls calling, saying I got somebody for you.
Where are the Bills at?
I got the Bills. The Bills are.
Trade with
Would they
yourself.
draft you, Bill?
Are the Bills calling the Giants?
No, the Bills
could.
aren't going to call the Giants. The Bills got other plans on their mind.
All right.
All right. In that case, I like what you got going on over here.
You got
Ricky's
130, by the way.
A draft calculator. In that case, the pick is in. And the New York Football Giants are very happy that the Browns took Saquon Barkley because they're going to take Sam Darnold, quarterback.
Shock.
I was
Shock and
expecting
awe.
to have to go to number 2 or number 3 on the list because I was sure that you were going to surprise us and not take Josh Allen and take Sam Darnold. But I'm surprised. I don't think I need to explain anything.
No,
Eli is
Eli's
basically
scrub.
done. You
Yeah.
need a quarterback.
Knowing
you
what
go.
the Jets are probably doing
Got a
at 3
quarterback.
too. Well, you know what I mean? They need a quarterback as well.
Well, also the talk too with the Giants right now is that they might take Saquon. So now Saquon's off the board, so it's either quarterback or you're going like Quentin Nelson or Bradley Chubb.
But this also feeds into, Darnold. I know this is Mark, but Giants, Pat Shurmur, he likes Darnold better than any quarterback in the draft.
That he does. Spot on pick.
Yeah, to be honest, part of me hoped that you would have taken Sam Darnold. I'll get to Chubb in a second. I hoped you actually would have taken Darnold because I would have loved to have Barkley and Pat Shurmur's offense. And Chubb would be great because JPP, and when the Giants win Super Bowls, it's because of pass rush. But, Jets are on the clock.
Also, real quick, you said what the Browns would do. Your number one player on your big board recently was Josh Allen, by the way. You know that, right?
No, it was Saquon.
Was it? I thought your
my
last big board it was
no,
Josh
it's
Allen.
always been because Brandon and I made the joke that Saquon has.
Then wasn't Josh Allen like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
so
not
like,
far.
all right.
But he's
all
not
right.
the top prospect.
Keep that in mind, by the way. if
I'm
you're
like, I wrote
a
the
team
big
that
board,
needs a
I think I
QB.
know.
I thought I watched it for like a second.
Jets.
All right, that's me. Juice over here got the 3rd overall pick. As we know, they probably need a quarterback here. I'm probably going to go with Rosen from UCLA. I'm going to take
Rosen.
Why Rosen over Baker or Josh Allen?
I just like Josh Rosen. Is there anything wrong?
Even with the quarterback, what Jim Moore is saying about his attitude and like how condescending
He's
he
the
is.
closest thing I've seen to Jay Cutler in a long time.
Is that good?
I don't know.
If that's how you pick your quarterback,
good?
I can't argue.
No, I agree. I would be picking Rosen here without a doubt. I was thinking as the Patriots trying to trade up because I thought it was going to be falling right
Right.
here. But the thing is, like the whole thing about, he's a millennial or he asks a lot of questions. I want that for my quarterback. I was thinking this might be, and maybe in the real NFL draft, this might be a situation of like the Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he won't fall to 24, but he was supposed to be number 1 overall, and then the first week, it just switched to Alex Smith, and Rodgers falls down to 24. This is a smart kid. He's a great passer. He's a natural passer, probably the best quarterback right now.
He has the best mechanics in this draft as well, too. If you've watched, I've watched a lot of.
We've had this discussion a lot on the onside kick, where because you like Josh Allen so much, but even with Sam Darnold, I know I picked Sam Darnold, but Eli Manning can start before Sam Darnold does. With Josh Rosen, this guy's ready to come in and start right now.
Right.
He's day
The
one.
Jets need a quarterback, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Josh Rosen, he's
Makes
ready
sense.
to go.
Unfortunately, he's on the Jets now.
As I say, where he's going to be behind,
Fireman Ed's
37-year-old
going to be real
school
happy.
teacher.
It's cool.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right, Browns are back on the clock.
Anybody want the 4th overall pick?
No, thank you.
Really, you're that confident?
Hey, who wants it?
My boy Josh Rosen's off the board, so the Patriots aren't
you know
trading
what?
up.
If anyone wants to offer the pick, I'm up to offer.
I'm gonna be. I shouldn't say this because the Bills are not anywhere near up, but I really was actually hoping Josh Rosen would not be taken so early. Just saying, I thought he was gonna fall too.
I was hoping. Like I feel like like draft experts, they all have Rosen at 4, and Baker's 3, Allen's 1 or 2, and Darnold's 1 or 2. Rosen, again, I think he's just got the mentality of a quarterback. He's got, like Kyle already said, he's got the mechanics down. He's got a good arm. I don't understand why he's not the number 1 quarterback. I understand, Darnold's got a lot of athleticism to him, but he can't, hold on to the ball and keep it for his team. He's more like Jay Cutler in my mind than Josh Rosen is.
It's that USC
I
polish,
strictly
man. That's
said
what
that because of
everybody
the
loves
attitude
about Sam
supposedly
Darnold.
that everybody says he has.
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't Baker Mayfield have a lot of trouble in college too with his attitude problems?
Well, I actually, I put it out there on the onside kick.
Yeah,
if you watch the
potential
onside
domestic
kick this week,
Yeah,
what did I
he'd
say?
be a way better prospect.
Because Jay Cutler is out of the league, this is the new Jay Cutler. People hate him because of his face. For no reason but his face.
I kind of hate Josh Allen's face, by the way. I just kind of hate the way his face
quarterback
looks.
in history, by the way. Just saying.
So
not saying much,
nobody would trade.
matter,
Or should I
still
make
the
my
best.
pick?
It's up to you. Do you want to go out and like trade? Try to find
you
a trade with
want-
the team.
well, I mean,
you can call somebody else.
the
Phones
only-
work 2 ways.
Call me.
The
Make a
only
phone
people
call.
like the Mark and Brad, Cardinals and Bills. You guys want to get your quarterback?
Call
We can-
me.
All right, Mark. What do you want?
Call me.
What do you want?
Hey, who's this?
New phone, who dis?
No, the reason why the Bills are not really going to be worried, I would think, are not really wanting to, is because of Josh Rosen. If Josh Allen had gone beforehand, we'd be much more interested. At this high.
But the whole talk is like Allen's a big body with a big arm. Also, got a minute, by the way.
That's
John
fine by
Dorsey.
me. I got time.
Big body. He's been throwing in cold weather in Wyoming. Like that's why he's a fit for Buffalo.
And Brad, you don't want to trade. I know you're against.
But he's going to be there.
I know you're against trading first, but you don't want to trade up to get a quarterback with the Cardinals.
No.
Okay, then I'll take Josh Allen at number
Solid
4.
answer.
Josh Allen. I mean, the Browns like him. I like him too. I also like Baker Mayfield, but I'm taking Josh Allen in that arm. CBS Sports saying he can throw for 9 bajillion yards. That was in an article.
The funny thing is even if he's picked at 1 or 4, he's still a bust.
I was just going to say, you don't want to add to the jersey, but you're about to add to the jersey.
You're adding to the jersey.
Remember, you said Carson Wentz was going to be a bust too, and how did that pan out?
Okay, I said that as a joke. It also made more entertaining content. But I said, what's his face? Goff was going to be better. I also said Carson would be holding the clipboard, and Nick Foles won that Super Bowl.
That's going to be something that follows you to the day you die now. Yeah. Just so you know. I know. You say it is a joke, but Ricky's got that one up on you where you said that Goff was going to win before Wentz.
I've already apologized for saying that to Eagle fans and Carson Wentz. Yeah, on the outside kick.
I want to put it out there that I told
literally after the rookie year, I was like, fuck.
I told everybody to watch Draft Day before we came in today, and that is a very Draft Day move of it doesn't matter when I took the quarterback and when I took the running back. I got the quarterback and the running back.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
I do want to say one thing
Broncos
before
on
we
the
get to
clock,
the
by
next
the way.
pick. I am sorry that I do not. It's something that I think my dad instilled into me.
The
growing
trading
up.
for picks.
He hates trading draft picks. So as I was growing up, I was like, dude, I'm not trading my draft pick.
See, I'm all about it. Like
I'm not.
I know this is NBA style, but 2K,
Yeah.
I'm
So he's got the
constantly
tinfoil
trading
going.
picks to try to just get the rookie roster.
Yeah, and then he has to turn off the cap like 3 years in because he can't afford any
trades.
anymore.
Goes up the, no, you can go in my league to edit player, and like I had to give Levine that max contract in 2K, and I had to bring it down and give him $1 million a year.
Playing real fair.
Yeah,
Broncos are on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm on the clock. I got it. Anybody want it? Real strong? No. If
The Bills pick up the phone and go,
No thanks.
Cool. So I'm Broncos. I'm thinking one of two things.
You don't want to trade up for Baker Mayfield?
well, here's the thing. I kind of do,
That's a
but I
shame.
just don't think it's worth it.
That's a
I
shame
kinda
because
wanna
Baker
do
Mayfield
it.
might be coming off the board right now.
I kind of want to do it, but like I said,
No,
we
thank
start to dial it and we just put it back down.
And you decide you don't need a quarterback in the future. That's a shame because, I think there's a man in Denver who knows quarterbacks pretty well. And I feel like that he would lean...
4 quarterbacks are about to go.
Yes. And I think that he would lean towards a Baker Mayfield because that seems like the right move to
So
make
is that
right
your
now.
pick?
Yeah, I'm going Baker Mayfield. Lock that shit
Dude,
in.
that is like so John Elway. Like
It
he
is.
is like he's John
I
Elway
need more
of this
quarterbacks.
generation too. Like did that whole thing with the Yankees. Oh, I'm gonna play baseball. I want to go where I want to go.
Yep.
I feel like that's like the total John Elway pick right there.
He's got the perfect attitude. He gets to come in. He's got quarterbacks in front of him for days. He has time to develop and grow and kind of bring the maturity. He won't be in the spotlight anymore. All his little bullshit antics won't really matter because you won't be able to see him unless he goes all Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall and like
John
punts
Elway
shit
was
during
also
practice.
confident in Tim Tebow.
I mean, John Elway is confident in
And
whatever he
also
does
Paxton
because
Lynch.
he's John
Also,
Elway.
yeah, Paxton Lynch.
Trevor
Again.
Siemian.
And I love John Elway. He's one of my favorite
Exactly.
quarterbacks.
That's why he's going to keep swinging until he lands that quarterback. Because who believes that Case Keenum is the guy? Anybody?
Ricky does believe that.
Well, no, now he's down on the Vikings, so he doesn't give a shit about
No,
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, like Kirk Cousins is the guy, man.
See?
Kirk
here we go.
Cousins
Here we
is the
go.
guy.
I see. This
Gonna
is
bring us to
This
the
is
promised
this is
land.
flopping 101 right here. Like,
I don't like that at all.
Yeah. Colts. Wait, unless you...
Colts on the clock.
Okay, Colts on the clock.
Colts are on the clock.
The pick, we're talking about it.
ooh, this is really important for
yeah.
the Bears right here.
I just wanna make
No,
sure he's got
seriously,
time.
like
This is big.
Colts are willing to trade up. Or wait, trade down. Trade down.
I don't trade
Hashtag
first-round
team
picks.
trade down.
So, hey, Brad, I mean, if you really want Quentin Nelson, or if you need a guy, Colts are willing to move back.
I don't think we're going to win this year anyway, so I'm fine with not getting Quentin Nelson.
Anyone need a quarterback? I mean, 4 quarterbacks just went off the board.
I dial up the phone.
Who are
as
you?
The
You have
Bucks.
15 teams,
The
dick.
Bucks. I'm the Bucks. If you listen,
Oh, the
this is
Bucks.
tight.
Okay.
The Bucks pick up the phone and they say, since we're one behind you, who are you willing? Like, would you tell us who you're thinking about
I'm not telling you who
taking?
I'm picking.
No, that's
Because if you're going to take our guy, we'll work out a deal with you so we get the 7.
I'm not telling you who I'd pick, but if you want to give me a second, we can flip, or maybe a second and a future third, we can totally flip. Maybe throw a fourth. If you want to do a 7-8 swap, and then you give me a second and a fourth, I'll totally do that.
No, I'm going to say no and keep the pick.
bunch of teases around here.
I thought he was actually giving you a pretty good deal.
Anybody else? Dolphins? You guys worried about losing out on a quarterback?
4 quarterbacks just went. We're good if the next option.
I
is
just
Which is
don't
who?
think that it's worth, like,
Dolphins aren't getting rid of
So,
Tannehill. Have you seen his wife?
This man supports my logic
I
right
would-
here.
show.
I would normally make the trade, Sean, but I'm just the needs that the Bucks have. I don't think giving up that second or third would be enough to get the guy I really want at 7.
All right. Nobody's moving up. Cardinals?
I don't trade first-round picks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to get annoying.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right. Bradley Chubb is now a Indianapolis Colt.
Was that your guy?
That was
Should've pulled the trigger.
Okay, no. That's the guy I wanted, but the reason I didn't was giving up that future second or third. I'll get that pass rusher later, and now I can take either Minka or Denzel.
Well, that's the
Thanks
thing
for
is
giving away the game plan.
Or
That's-
I said or. I could trade also.
that's the thing with the Colts is they have a lot of needs. They don't obviously need a quarterback, so they can totally move down. I could see them doing that, and they need secondary help. Josh Jackson's a pretty mid-round first, so I could totally see them moving down. But we don't have any trigger happy.
Not to
GMs
mention
here.
the fact that
Nope.
Andrew Luck, if he's not going to be here this year anyways, you're going to be in the top next year anyways.
That's true.
So
Didn't that
Get used to
report
it.
just come out about Luck today? I saw that
Still
they
hasn't
were
held-
talking.
still hasn't thrown a football.
He has, but it's not.
It's a
miniature-
miniature.
a
It's a
miniature
little
football.
It's basically he's throwing a Nerf football.
yeah, a little Nerf ball.
Yeah, he's
You
throwing a
can
Nerf
throw it
football.
100 yards.
So is that like the equivalent of like the Mark Pryor throwing a towel there?
Oh yeah,
Like-
exactly. You see the interview with Andrew Luck. He actually said during the interview, like with the Nerf football, he said, "You see them mountains over there? I can throw this football over them mountains."
Hold on.
So
I think
he's ready to
throwing
go.
a Nerf football 100 yards is pretty damn impressive because the wind would take that thing right. Like, so if he's throwing a Nerf football 100 yards, he's ready to come back.
I could throw it 300
Impressive,
yards.
right?
I want to see it.
Throw a football over the
Bucks on the
mountains.
clock.
Before I make the pick, does anyone want to offer a trade for the 7th overall pick?
Ruh-roh.
Brad's not trading up.
Well, no, I know Brad's not, but I'm just offering it to anyone who does.
Anyone?
The way this is going, I'm
Anyone?
Because otherwise, I'm ready to make my pick. If no one is going to trade,
Everybody didn't rush on those damn quarterbacks.
I was going to say.
well,
This
I,
was
I offered to trade back at 5.
I just want you to know, and as I steal the mic from you, I just want you to know that this was the trade I was targeting, was the Bucks. I was targeting the Bucks for that is prime spot to trade up.
As what team, though? Any team? Oh, Bills?
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to get that quarterback that already went.
Yep.
So yes, no trades.
No trades.
As the GM of the Chargers, Cowboys, Patriots, and Saints, I will say no.
All of us call you.
So
I also
What's the
decline.
salary for that?
all those teams.
You got
A lot of money.
billionaire.
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, probably $5 million.
I
a year.
mean, like, I don't need it
maybe.
because I'm in the AFC North and they're all established quarterbacks.
Okay.
So, I mean, and I have Jimmy
Yeah, I mean,
Garoppolo
it's a
as
big
well,
ass-
so why am I?
it could be
How
a trading up
established
for
is Andy
Ward or
Dalton?
Fa- or
No, but they're
Minka.
not trading up. They're not trading
been
up to
there.
that point.
Then-
They have so many needs in Cincinnati.
There's-
I don't think that they're trying to trade
The next
picks
QB
either.
up
pick
just
is
isn't
in.
worth it.
It's not worth
The
it.
pick
Andy
is
Dalton's
in.
serviceable enough to do what he got to do.
I'm going to take Minka Fitzpatrick for the Bucks at 7.
Right?
Wow. Jesus.
Let's just say, as
like it.
members of obviously we do the Outcast podcast, which is pretty much all Chicago. I think that this would be the perfect scenario for the Bears.
It seems that
picks,
way.
like,
I can
going
agree.
this way.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
I
want-
like.
you
I
want
like
to just push it in?
That's good.
I'm going to take a kicker. I'm just kidding.
Love it.
This guy.
Bears are on the clock.
All right. Anybody want to do a trade? I'm not trading.
hey, look at you.
I was going to say, really?
That's just how everybody opens it
The
up.
Packers are interested. No.
I'll never, ever trade with the Packers. Ever. I don't even care if they offer me Aaron Rodgers.
But what
I
about
trade
the
for,
Vikings?
I hate them too, dude. You know what? I would take a trade for Aaron Rodgers with the 8th pick right now, and I just put him on my bench as my 3rd string quarterback and watch him rot.
Done. No, I'm kidding.
But with the 8th pick in the draft for the Chicago Bears, I'm taking the guard out of Notre Dame, Quentin Nelson.
Totally forgot he was on the board. I'm thinking you're
how
going
you forget?
Edmonds, you're going Ward, and then
No,
it's like,
man.
holy crap! With
This
all
dude-
the
I mean, I don't
quarterbacks
even
we've
see
had
how that
going,
relationship even works. Like,
Nelson's still
why would
there.
Quentin Nelson go to the Bears?
Yeah, I just
Gotta
think it's the
protect
best
Mitch,
pick
man.
for the Bears, just for the reason being is that we need to get Mitch protected more. He was on the run a lot last year when he came in. You know, I mean, Glennon can't run, so that's why he was just basically murdered every game he was in. You know, but Trubisky can create with his feet, but it'd be nice to have a quarterback in there that can get him a little bit more time. And with Kyle Long coming back, hopefully healthy this year, from what he said, from articles that I've read, Tribune posted an article today saying that Kyle Long's never felt this healthy since he's been in the NFL, which is fantastic to hear. If it's the truth, it's the truth. Whatever, we don't know. Obviously, we don't know the guy, but having Quentin Nelson paired along, having two strong, even with Cody Whitehair, having a couple strong guys on your offensive line, I think is a very good thing in the development of Mitch Trubisky. So that's why I decided to take Nelson with the 8th pick.
The one thing with that, though, is we've heard that this guy's like all-pro, not going to bust, going to be a 10-year Hall of Famer with Quentin Nelson. Do they keep him at guard, though, or move him to the tackle? Because, I mean, if he's so damn great, he could probably play both positions.
Absolutely. I mean, the reason I don't want to move him, you remember Gabe Creamy?
No, God.
I think the Bears kind of ruined Gabe Creamy, and I want to see what this kid could do in his natural position when he comes in. That's just
And
my
they're
opinion.
not trying to contend like next year anyway.
Right, no. Yeah.
So I mean, like if they really need a tackle, that's for next year.
As Bears fans, though, I am terrified taking first-round linemen. Gabe Karimi, who was the dude from Vanderbilt that we took right before Rashad Mendenhall, like back in 2007, Williams or whatever.
Oh,
I forget his
I
name.
know what you're talking about,
Yeah, horrible pick. Like, that pissed me
I
off.
feel that I do feel that there's a difference though with Nelson. I mean, it's just a huge consensus about this kid. And if you watch, like, obviously I don't watch a million Notre Dame games, but you do research on the stuff because that's we do these podcasts and whatnot. Watching this kid on highlight videos, man, he's pretty goddamn impressive, and I think that he could be real good. And then with Nagy as the coach, I mean, and hopefully, I'm not sold on Ryan Pace yet, but I am. My belief is in here to see what his system's going to be.
Not to mention that he would be reunited with his old coach.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it, Helfrich? No, that's our offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
What's
Oregon.
Harry Heinstein, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Not bad.
that's the reason I decided to take Nelson with the 8th pick, and I'm really glad that no one took him.
Chris Williams, by the way. That was
was Chris Williams.
tackle
That's
we
it.
took from.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was one thing. It's just, again, I know he's like not going to bust. He's the second best player in the draft. It just worries me taking a lineman first.
I'm
in
going
the
to give
first
them
round.
a chance, though, Ryan Pace, because that's all the last regime that picked
Yeah.
those linemen.
Sure,
So
sure,
give him a shot.
Isn't it? Was
No, that's James Big Cat
Oh,
Williams.
yeah, I'm thinking
James Big Cat Williams is a
defensive end.
legend.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
49ers on the clock.
Jimmy G's on the clock now.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
My
Go, Jimmy.
neighbor. All right, with the 9th pick, right? Yeah. With the 9th pick, the 49ers take Calvin Ridley, which I know that everyone's going to be like, whoa, but he needs a tall wide receiver. He needs help at the wide
But
receiver
here's the
position.
thing. I know we're only doing
The first round.
here. My whole thing, and maybe this is my thought from doing the full 7 round, would you want to take Calvin Ridley here and not like take Ward or Edmonds here? They could use both and just get a wide receiver in the 2nd or the 3rd.
I think a lot of their success is based on how good Jimmy G is, though, and he needs some help.
Well, he's undefeated no matter who you put out there.
He's the GOAT.
What if they signed Dez?
Oh, that's
It's so early.
it's
They could.
too early.
They could.
They did a lot with obviously bringing in Richard Sherman too. So I mean, their defense is going to be a little better. I just thought that giving Jimmy G a weapon here was like the right pick, and you get the number 1 receiver at the 9th pick.
'Cause I mean,
and I know that like a lot of people say that there isn't a number 1 wide receiver
Yeah.
in this draft, but I mean with the 9th, it's not overly. They can move back. I could see that as well.
Because, I mean, the Niners do have the 59th overall in the
Right.
2nd. They got 2/3 to work with as well. But
Question-
Dez, I know this isn't the draft.
okay.
He told the Cowboys he's going to see him twice a year next year. That's what he said.
My question is,
I
like,
did see that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm thinking 49ers. Are you concerned all with the Reuben Foster shit going down right now? I mean, you pass up on a pick right here.
No,
Linebacker, too.
Yeah, say because as
No.
the Raiders, my pick is in. It's God, I almost said.
Roquan?
Yeah, it's Roquan. I almost said Reuben again. I was like, it's Reuben Foster. No.
Well, Dave's just hungry. He wants a big Reuben.
I could actually go for Reuben, but it's Roquan. It's perfect fit. It's exactly what they need. And I thank God that he was still there.
But is that just because you're going more inside than outside? Since
Yeah, you need to pair him and Shelvin.
Okay, because I mean,
Or-
Edmonds is there. Edmonds is a
Yeah.
hybrid.
Not a fan. I would take Roquan over him every day of the week.
You take Roquan Smith out of Georgia over Tremaine Edmonds?
I would too. The kid's a monster. Like that kid's just a natural football player. You see it in him when he was playing in those big games in college. He just always was rising to the occasion. Was everywhere, hawking around the ball. I know this kid Edmonds is crazy athletic, all this stuff. But I mean, Roquan Smith is a natural football
Roquan
player.
Smith, I'll give you that, dude. Roquan Smith's a badass. I'm not going to disagree with you at all. The only reason, I guess because I'm looking at it is if I'm the Chicago Bears again.
Yeah.
Is because you have this untapped potential 19-year-old, like it's just so enticing.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
just
I'm saying?
see
Like,
the Khalil Mack pairing with Roquan working out really, really
no,
scary.
it does make a lot of sense. It
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Well, with that being said, the Dolphins are willing to listen to any trades. They're waiting by the phone nice and patiently.
Who are you thinking here, Mark? Like position-wise?
Who am I thinking for the Dolphins?
I'll give it up.
Dolphins got plenty of options that they could go with. I
Okay,
mean,
go.
everybody's on the board.
All right.
Everybody's on the board.
So like, what do the Dolphins need? Like do the Dolphins want a big playmaker, or do they want like a couple more picks?
Dolphins would be willing to have a couple more picks.
Okay. So like maybe the 23rd pick, the 3rd rounder, the 96th pick, and then a future 3rd.
So you're saying the 23rd,
Yes.
New England's 23rd.
New England's 23rd.
Then say the other ones again.
The 95th pick, and then a
95th.
future 3rd, so we can just use the 120 again. So
And
that'd be-
another third.
So it'd be 240, plus, what would it be? 76 or 760. So I don't know math, whatever that is, whatever the math is.
I'll tell you what, the Dolphins will take that.
Ooh.
The Dolphins will take that. And I will explain why when it's the Dolphins' turn to pick.
Okay.
Why we'll take that. But we accept that trade from the Patriots.
Well, now the New England Patriots are now on the clock, trading with AFC East rival. And I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna stop this, preset it, go down, because now I get 3 minutes to talk about Lamar Jackson, because the Lamar Jackson is now a New England Patriot. So you might be wondering,
fellow our AFC East Bills are going, fuck you guys.
that's the big thing.
I'll be completely honest though. I almost didn't draft a quarterback at 4 because I'm thinking, can I trade back up to get Lamar or trade back to take Lamar over anyone else?
The thing is that I know the Patriots never trade up, and I know the Patriots, there's talk about, they don't want to do that because Tom's still there. But Tom Brady's 40 years old. I love Tom Brady. He's my favorite player of all time. I'm a Patriots fan because of that reason. But Lamar Jackson is a natural athlete. This kid is a quarterback. He wants to prove himself out there. And half this game in the quarterbacks, when you need to pull away from 5 other guys in your class, you need to have that mentality of I need to be the best. Lamar Jackson has that, and you're going into the culture of the NFL, the one that has been, the new benchmark of the NFL for the past 15 years, the New England Patriots. This kid is an athlete. I don't care that much about his completion percentage because it's more about his ability with his legs, and then also he's still got a big arm, and he had to do a lot for that Louisville team. I really like Lamar Jackson better than I do a guy like Josh Allen because, Josh Allen, I don't think he has that same mobility. The biggest question with Lamar Jackson is his size, but his brain, his heart, I think is going to be huge. Lamar Jackson is now a New England Patriot. Plus, we still got the 31 pick, and we didn't give up a second at all.
And just because to pull the curtain back, it's 23.95 and a future third, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That shocked the hell out of me. But I mean, I respect. I didn't know you were a Patriot. I know how you were so excited to get the Patriots and everything. I didn't know you were that
He is
big of a Patriot guy.
First football memory was 2001, watching Brady go with 121 left in the clock, win the Super Bowl. So
That's your first football memory?
yeah.
Oh, right on. Okay. My first football memory is my dad throwing a clicker at the wall because we lost to the Buccaneers.
Well, I remember doing beer runs for my dad while they were watching the Bears game and getting watching Paul Edinger kick, but that's all I remember.
You remember his
running a
lineup?
lot.
How he face back,
turn his ass
him an
back.
extra 3
Yeah.
seconds to get to the ball. Oh, yeah.
I love Paul Edinger. He was
Yeah,
a
he was
Spartan.
good.
He was a Sparty.
fantastic.
Him and Brad Maynard.
Yeah.
They were great together.
Yeah, to watch a Bears game, you got to do a lot of beer runs there too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Especially for alcoholics.
Right.
So the Bills are now, unfortunately, willing to receive any trade offers.
Suck it, Buffalo. That's what Bill's thinking. Not only
And-
is this quarterback of the future, he also saying
And the Bills
suck
are
it,
kind of
Buffalo.
thinking, I think there might have been some collusion to screw us over by our 2 of our divisional rivals. I think there might have been something going on there.
Which is great because you're part of that collusion.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I will explain it when the Dolphins come up. But I mean, that's the thing. We're role playing here. I got to put on my Dolphins hat and my Bills hat. They're different hats. One's very cold. The other one's very warm. Mm-hmm. Anyways, the Bills, if there's nobody that is willing to offer us at least a phone call. At least a phone call to say,
Pass.
hey, how you guys doing?
Crickets.
We're going to take Mike McGlinchey. Oh, I guess I'll explain it. We need.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, sure.
We're gonna have a quarterback. AJ McCarron's not probably gonna be our quarterback. I think we all know that. That he is nothing to be excited about. The 5 interception in a game machine. We're not excited about him either. At least in this case, we have a tackle to protect our quarterback. It's really that simple. Whether we get him in the second round, whether we get him in the first round, third round, it doesn't matter when we're going to try and do it. Or if we're really going to try and go for A.J. McCarron, we're at least thinking, I guess, maybe, having what I personally think the best tackle in the draft and fellow Notre Dame. What do I always say, Ricky? If it's a offensive lineman from Notre Dame, you can draft him. You can pick him up. You can put him in. Those are good guys to go for. So that's what the Bills got to do with the cards that they're dealt. They really wanted Lamar.
And before the Redskins make their pick, Seahawks pick up the phone. Ring, ring, call, call.
What you got for me?
So I've got the trade of Earl Thomas and next year's third for this pick.
Oh, wow.
Earl Thomas and next year's
And next
third.
year's third for the current 13th overall.
No, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
You're not the
I don't
GM.
watch
I'm
a
not
lot of
calling
Redskins football. Do they need a safety? Also, how healthy is Earl Thomas? Is he worth
That's the thing.
a 13?
I don't
Counter.
think he is.
I'm willing to.
Ricky's sitting there going, "You're not in the war room.
No,
Get out of the war room."
Dave, you got to start playing
How is
haggle.
Belichick on the line? I think the NFL needs to look into this.
Get the fuck out of here, San Diego.
I'm gonna say,
I'm sorry, LA.
How
Not a
much
sweet
do we
enough
get
deal
to
for me.
swear?
We could swear. Not a ton, but a little
Fuck,
bit.
we can fucking swear. Come on.
I was under the impression we should not. Okay,
I mean,
Listen to things that I said. You listen to my introduction.
I understand.
In the first minute.
Have you ever listened to any of our fucking podcasts?
I have, but look back at every time you guys
We
have done
try.
it. That's exactly what
we
you told
try
me.
not to.
And people
Give him
yell
a
at
break.
us
He's got a
for it.
baby, guys. Come on.
My baby's gonna watch this.
We try our best, but I think I called Ricky a fucking idiot today. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's not a
I
big
think that was off the
Yeah.
air. I thought.
No, I do
No,
it
it was on
consistently.
the air.
Oh, during the fast break.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of it.
Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of deserves it sometimes. I mean, let's be honest.
2 minutes, by the way, to make a
back to the
decision.
trade. Earl
That's fine.
Thomas and
I'm
next
passing on
year's
that
third.
trade. It's not sweet enough for me.
No counter offer. We're willing to.
I
work
mean,
here.
I'm not moving back in the first. You're offering me a third and a beat up Earl Thomas.
Well,
it's not like I'm gonna
do
win
Do you want to pick this year?
I mean, it
Because
would
I
help.
can throw out. How about Earl Thomas and then our fourth rounder, which is 120.
So Earl Thomas, the 3 and the 4.
Sure.
Still no.
Wow.
Counter with something.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
They're playing hardball. All right.
I don't want your
Ricky, to make you feel better, I might have taken it. I might have.
again. I might have, but I don't like the remains of Earl Thomas, and he's still a great player. But remains is still remains.
But you also have Josh Norman still, right?
Yeah, but he's a corner. So
I know,
Thomas
but
would be
you already
safety.
got one guy who's shutting down.
Well, and the question though is like the Redskins. They're not a playoff team, or they might not be a playoff team.
But-
so you might need young players.
If they get Dez,
would Earl
they might
Thomas
be.
and Dez turn them into a playoff team?
I mean,
With Alex Smith? Yeah.
Alex Smith.
I know
is a
you
great
hate Alex
quarterback
Smith,
out
but
there.
come on.
How about
much time I got
KJ Wright in next year's third?
That face says it all right there.
Did the 3 minutes end yet?
No, I still got a minute, 59
Because
seconds.
you guys need a linebacker, we'll give you KJ Wright.
But why would I take him when I can just pick up Tremaine Edmonds right now?
Because KJ is proven. He's a proven vet.
I will.
Tremaine Edmonds, what is he? How old?
19
is he?
years old.
Yeah,
He's
He's the
19.
youngest player in this draft, I think.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. That's
Going
a lot
to
of,
my- going to
that's a
my
lot of contract
sources over here.
Contract control, baby. That's all it is. I think I'm gonna walk from your order, and I am offer, and I'm gonna take Tremaine Edmonds as the Redskins. I know a lot of people are like, but Dave, the run defense was awful. I'm like, but guys, their team was injured to shit last year. They were down like 2 linemen and a linebacker last year. That's
true.
Look, I don't think this is going to be a big deal. I think that you can bring in a super young talent like Tremaine Edmonds and kind of bring him up as one of the building blocks for that secondary or for that linebacker core again. I think it's going to be great. I don't know why I did the Trump thing at the end, but I like great. It's going to be great.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
gonna be a huge man.
Well, are the Packers on the clock?
No, you can react.
You can react. I'm
Okay.
going for reaction.
Well, I'm just.
Take a kicker.
I thought that was the Jets. Don't they boo the Jets? Are the
Wait.
Jets boo the commissioner?
Yeah.
Isn't that what
That
it's
was
like?
when it was in New York.
Podcast
Now we're in
over here.
Dallas.
Everybody boos the commissioner.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
That's pretty normal.
But since it is in
Man, no one
Dallas,
likes Roger
I'm
Goodell.
willing to bet that the Eagles are going to get booed. Super Bowl champions Eagles, they're
Yeah.
going to get booed.
Just a little.
Well, Philadelphia fans. I mean, I'm sorry if there's anybody from Philadelphia. They're the worst.
They're fans, you're saying. Not the team.
They're the worst. They're like look at
yeah,
the
they're rough.
76ers fans are terrible.
rough.
The
Did you
Eagles
see
fans,
how they reacted to that Super Bowl? I'm sorry, like I don't want to offend Philadelphia fans, but did you see how
we
they
do.
reacted? Plus,
They were
I'm
excited.
a Vikings fan. Screw you, you beat us.
Badly.
They had to put Crisco on the freaking
Yeah.
light poles.
And
What the
people
hell is
still
that?
climbed it.
Come on.
And they still
which,
managed to do
that's
it.
a hell of a
That's
feat
a
right
hell of a
there.
feat. Congratulations for that.
Okay, well, the Packers are announcing a trade has happened.
Oh, good.
While everyone else was dealing, they have called up the Browns, and the Browns are moving into.
Hold on.
Oh,
we have to
come
approve
on.
this trade.
So it is going to be for the 14th over whatever pick we're on right now for Ricardo Lewis and a second rounder of the 64th overall.
Hold up. All right, as Commissioner Roger or Mark Weber, can we talk about like approving GM trades, because I think that needs approval.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I said it in our group text that when we were planning stuff, you can trade within your own teams. That's
needs to be
okay, but it
approved.
needs to make sense.
Okay, I don't think Ricardo Lewis and a second rounder is enough to move into the fourth round.
I think it makes sense because
back in the first round.
First off, the Packers and the Browns do have that relationship. They traded the whole Demarius Randall trade. Plus, Packers need a wide receiver. Ricardo Lewis is a guy that it's not like they're not going to give up. The Browns don't want to give up Higgins because he's younger. They want to give up Lewis. And with that, because of that player, they're going to give up the 64th, not the 33 or the 35.
So you're giving up Ricardo Lewis, who has had 45 catches in his career. He's not really been a big player. Was a fourth-round pick.
Aaron Rodgers will make anyone better.
But that's a second, and Ricardo Lewis, who's an unproven talent.
If he can make anybody
you were about
better,
to give
he
Earl
doesn't need to make
Thomas
Ricardo Thomas.
Earl Thomas in
Or
third.
Ricardo
So I think
Lewis.
that doesn't make any sense at all.
Two different teams.
But
Two
I don't
different
think,
mindsets for two different
I don't
teams.
think that makes sense at all. I'm
I don't
voting-
think the fourth. You said and a fourth
No, in a second.
and a second.
Commissioner,
Disprove
I think
them.
that we need to do a vote on this trade.
Hard vote.
All for nay, raise your hand. All for yay?
You're the decider.
stuck in
We're okay with it.
We're okay
So
it's Ricardo Lewis and a second for 14.
Yeah.
Mark,
I don't think that makes sense.
Mark,
So-
it's the Packers. Take the pick away.
I was gonna say.
So the counter offer
surprised?
then is the Packers will give up this pick. The Browns will give up the 33 and the 35. So 2 seconds for the first.
Let me
It works out in the calculator.
Well, you have a minute,
I
35
think
seconds.
So 33 and 35?
I would say
that's
that
okay.
would
That's better
That
than
would
Ricardo
work.
Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, Ricardo Lewis just he's an I don't want to say I'm sorry to
He was the
to you
fourth
fans out
string
there.
wide receiver on
He's-
Cleveland.
I was gonna
I'll say it.
He's
He's a
pretty much a
bum.
no name. He's a
a
no-name
bum.
guy.
Ricardo Lewis is
You
going
can
to beat
you
your
can pick
ass.
somebody up.
You better be
Fine.
But you're 33, 35. I say that's good.
So the Browns have now traded, and now we're on the clock. Clock resets.
Anybody have any objections to Ricky's trade here?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So
cool with
this is absolute gold
Clock-
for the Browns.
clock has reset.
Because now I can explain this pick. They're going to take Denzel Ward. They are happy, high-fiving in the war room. Yeah, we gave up 2 seconds, but you know what? We got a top 10 caliber guy, maybe even top 5 caliber guy, all the way at 14. Now we're going to add Josh Allen, Saquon, and Denzel Ward to this
David
roster.
Putney, just because I feel like it.
Now, would the Packers want that though? Because they need corners. So like Denzel Ward's on the board. Would they move
But
down?
the Packers are building through the draft this year. They already have the most selections at 12, and now they have 14.
And there's a lot of good corners that are going to be available in the second
It
round.
does seem like a decent.
And now you got 3 picks in the second round.
The Packers are targeting. Well, since they don't have a pick, they're targeting Carlton Davis in the second now.
All right, that makes
great,
sense.
great for the exposure. Cardinals on the clock, right?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I had trouble with this one because do you pair, Sam Bradford with another wide receiver, besides Larry Fitz, or do you, their secondary got very, very hurt, as we all know here. So that's why I decided to make this decision that, as the Arizona Cardinals, I will be taking. I represent Arizona. I will be Josh Jackson from Iowa.
Yeah.
I feel that he's a very good corner in this draft. I feel that they're going to need secondary help. And,
Would you have taken him over Denzel?
No,
if I
because you
didn't
just
jump
took my
up?
pick, Ricky.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I'm just saying.
But it's
I was
okay.
asking.
I'm fine with that because like the Packers, I hate them.
Also, if you were, because I know your stance on trading first. The Earl Thomas we were going to call, but then we remembered who the GM was. And
Well, no, I will entertain offers, and then just when you think you have me,
just say
I'm
no.
just going to say no.
I do love Josh Jackson though. 'Cause
Josh Jackson's
he's a
arguably the
ball
best corner
hawk.
in the draft.
I think he is. I know people love Denzel Ward. Minka, I know.
Minka's pretty good, though.
He's a hybrid though, so he's not truly like we're talking strictly corners. I love Josh Jackson. That kid's a ball
Well,
hawk.
the thing about Josh Jackson too, and it was something really cool I read about him, is like his route running is on par with like some receivers. That's pretty goddamn impressive.
pretty impressive.
He played
Yeah.
wide receiver before, did he not?
Yeah,
Before
he did.
played
High-
corner.
yeah.
Right.
Because the thing, only Mark knew this coming in because I had told him the trade that I did with the Browns, I didn't expect Denzel to be there. I was going to do it for Josh Jackson.
You see, like I could not believe Ward had fallen this far, and I thought he was going to come to the 15th pick. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking best player available right now. I'm taking, I'm taking Ward.
Yeah.
It just makes sense because Arizona's secondary, they lost Honey Badger.
Yeah.
You
no,
want to
it's
find,
huge.
yeah, that's big.
It's huge.
So it's huge. I can't do it good.
Go ahead, Ravens. You're on the clock.
Oh yeah. So with the what pick is this? 15th?
16.
With the 16th pick, the Ravens take Cortland Sutton, the wide receiver at SMU.
It's a bold move.
They need help. They
like
were
it.
one of the worst wide receiving cores last year. They need to address the position, and the only way they did that in the free agency was with Ryan Grant and John Brown. I mean, come on, Josh Brown. Like, come on. Like, you need help at that position. I think Cortland Sutton's a pretty good player, too. I feel like if the 49ers go linebacker and Ridley's still there, it's probably Ridley for that pick, too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best wide receiver, so that makes sense. But now the Chargers are on the clock. Anyone want to call?
The Seahawks will call
dealing.
and
This
just
would be a flip.
just say, well, what would it take to get your pick without giving up my 18?
As the Chargers
As
GM.
the Chargers GM. Like, that's the thing. What do you want where I can still keep my 18?
No, I don't want Earl Thomas's bum ass.
Well, that's what I'm asking. What would you want? Not what you want.
I'm letting you know. Like, I'd probably want more capital, a second, third, and probably a future.
Give me players that you might want or picks you might want.
I just said second, third, and a future. I don't really want players.
Well, so second and third would have to be future because my next pick is a fourth rounder.
Okay, well then I don't think we're gonna be able to make a deal because like I have a guy that I really want here, and I would want to be able to bring in younger players. Looking at the Chargers, it's probably offensive line help, defensive line help, I think really there isn't a big need to get an Earl Thomas, and I want younger players coming in, so I don't think there's gonna be a deal here.
Okay.
Anyone else?
No.
All right. Well, I brought up defensive line help because there's Tavita, Tulacano, Tulapito, Moses, Vahea, Falatua Vea on the board. I'm going with Vita Vea.
God bless you.
I'm like Vita Vea.
Yeah, he knows that.
Damn it!
Have you had a cold?
I don't know his name. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Well, oh man,
I'd be impressed if you memorized that,
on
though.
your list there?
he was for the Lions. Lions need
I
defensive
am
tackle.
so
help, man.
surprised.
He's a big dude.
I'm surprised he fell this far.
I'm
If I'm the Dolphins, I would have taken him.
This kid's an absolute
but the
monster.
Dolphins traded.
Agreed.
You'll get to that.
I mean, you look at his bench press at the combine. You look at his speed. I mean, I've watched him a ton because I'm a little bit of a Husky fan. This kid is a monster in the middle. Will wreck.
The thing
wreck
about
shit.
him that was interesting, and this will tell you all you need to know about him. When I was watching the film for Josh Rosen, when they got to the Washington game and I was watching that, I stopped watching Josh Rosen and was watching Vita Vea.
Really? I mean,
Yeah, because of how
are you concerned with
he
the,
just penetrates through the line and gets to the quarterback through the middle of the defensive line.
I mean, he's known for his run defense, but I guess okay pass rush.
Well, but the thing is, the thing is, you don't need the pass rush. You look at
You got
Joey
Bosa
You got Joey Bosa
Yeah.
and I can't think of the other guy, Ingram, Melvin Ingram on the outside. So I mean, you have the pass rush now in the middle, clogging. They're not gonna be able to run on you. They're not gonna be able to throw on you. And you look at the corners already at San Diego in LA. I mean, this is a bona fide stud coming to you in the middle. It's gonna shore up that 3-4-D.
I'm shocked he
He's
fell this
stunned.
far. I am. Am I on the clock now?
You're on the clock.
Well, the Seahawks are not going to entertain offers, and they're going to make a pick. We were going to go offensive. I'll actually explain why I wanted to trade. So the whole reason why I was trying to move up with the Seahawks is Derwin James kept falling, and I wanted to make sure I could get an offensive tackle and a safety in this first round, getting rid of Earl Watson because he's done at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But we're going to go Derwin James because
It's a smart move.
I could go Colton Miller, or actually change it. Change it.
No,
the
pick is in.
The pick was
It was
in.
written in.
Derwin James has already received the jersey.
Okay, Derwin James. My
On
only
stage.
You gonna
thought
try to
was-
trade it now?
No. Marcus Davenport was who I meant to say, but Derwin James is still a great pick for us. That's a folly on the Seahawks side. Derwin James, safety was on the mind. Should have said Marcus Davenport.
I tried not to take away from it, but I think it's just too funny to imagine the Seahawks being like, all right, we're going to take Marcus Davenport. Oh, fuck, we wrote the wrong name down.
Did you do
And
that
we
on
dropped it
purpose
off.
with when you picked this, that he has both the Seahawks and the Browns, and that whole draft day movie is centered around those two franchises?
I don't
No,
know.
but that would have been perfect.
Right.
That would have been great.
You pancake eating motherfucker.
Am I the only one that didn't see Draft Day?
It's a good
I'm with
movie.
you. I'm with you, pal.
It's
Okay,
a
I'm
good
with you.
movie.
It's a solid movie. I
It
totally
doesn't
agree.
make any sense if you're a football fan,
Right.
But it's an entertaining movie.
It tells a story.
I think
Yeah.
we can all agree on here at this table, though. Everybody's seen Remember the Titans?
Of course.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yes.
What?
I know, crazy.
So we're gonna have to actually leave.
What are we agreeing on? You said we can agree.
I wanted to see what happened.
However, not Denzel Washington's best movie. I will say that.
See, I'm a sucker for any Kevin Costner sports movie. Like, give me Tin Cup, give me like
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
It's great. Cowboys on the clock.
All right. This one, I mean, does anyone want to trade first off? Because I'm willing to open up trades. I do want a first rounder if we're doing it. I'm willing to slide back. But the Cowboys do have first round needs. So if you do want to trade back, if you're looking for a playmaker, Cowboys are open for trades. Jerry's going dealing.
No, I think we're good.
What
I'm
would it
thinking really
take
quick.
Titans moving up if we do a swap and I give you a future 3.
The future 3?
Yep. Next year's 3 and the Titans swap to move up the 5 spots.
Yeah. Let's see. Tennessee, you do have the 89th pick, so I'd rather have a pick this year.
It's got real serious in there.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll push the button on that.
All right, so Cowboys and Tennessee's going to trade. Cowboys going to move down to 25 and get the 89th pick. Titans are now on the clock.
Titans are taking Davenport.
25 and 89?
Yeah, 25 and 89.
Yep. So, Ricky kind of leaked it a little bit that Davenport was still on the board with his pick because he actually mispicked.
You didn't know he was...
No, I'm saying like you leaked it. That's why I want to make sure in case
okay.
anybody else was interested because there's a couple teams between us, between 20 and 25 that might be interested in someone of his talent.
When you said that, I'm like, you didn't know he was Slide because I was watching him.
Oh, no, that's the thing. I'm looking at the teams between. I'm like, he could go. He could easily go in this range. So that's why I was like, I'm going to make the move. I think the Titans add him. That's huge. He is the second best edge rusher in this draft. I just think it's worth the future. It's worth the 3 this year to get someone of his talent to provide that need.
Yeah, he fell too far for sure. I mean, that's a fall where that's one of those ones where you can jump on it. Now, I don't know. I'll put this out there, Ricky, that the Bills and a certain team had some conversations.
Oh.
I won't say the certain.
Yeah,
team,
well,
but-
my thought was I'll say it because it's not going to happen. The Packers, the Packers had called the Bills. If he would have fell to 22, we would have gave 2 picks up for him. It would have been the 22 for the 33 and the 76 to take Davenport at 22.
When the fuck did you guys talk? Were you texting?
While you guys were in between segments, while you guys were talking, we were kind of talking.
Here,
trade.
I'm sitting over here.
There's also ulterior reasons
That's
why I let you
ridiculous.
guys talk all
These
that
guys
basketball.
are so quiet.
Collusion the whole time.
They're too quiet.
Yeah, there was
We
some
know
phone calls
Ricky
happening.
in collusion. Like it's basically his
team
bread and
onside
butter.
kick, baby. We got team onside kick, team fast break, team outcast.
Colluded as
Ricky's
fuck.
in multiple teams, but whatever.
Our former collusion.
We're team. We don't trade
hold on.
anything over here. We just make a pick and
But then
go
we
to the
also
next one.
colluded to destroy their plan, so...
I
so
do
it
want
worked
to say
out.
one thing. Like everybody, you know,
Yep.
like all the shows being together and stuff like that. We're just really out of our element because we're not in our normal space and we don't have beer.
Yeah, I mean, doing this sober's gotta be hard.
Well, it's not that we're not even sober.
Yeah, we're like terrible right now, to be honest. I got the shakes over here in the corner.
I'm having a rough time.
Well, with that being said, Lions, you're on the clock.
All right, as everybody knows in the NFC North, I hate every team besides the Chicago Bears, but I'm going to do this as realistically as I possibly can.
Well, and
Oh, go ahead.
you're a recovering alcoholic right now. So you're dealing with the shakes, and Lions fans are used to drinking.
No, because the first step is acceptance, and we haven't hit there yet.
My bad.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not there yet. No, definitely not. I am a functioning alky, and that's the way I'm going to look at it.
I was just trying to make an alcoholic in Detroit joke because Detroit's trash.
Absolutely. Oh, that's something we agree
Whoa,
on.
real great stadium over there, though. This Little Caesars
And cheap
Arena.
tickets.
I went there. Oh, it was amazing.
Ford Field's pretty nice. I saw WrestleMania 23 there. Pretty sweet.
Nice.
Oh, that's something I want to talk to him about real quick on air. You like wrestling? I love wrestling.
Wrestling's dope.
Oh my god.
Wrestling's real cool. You got 224. You want to talk about it a little bit? Wait, you got time?
I might make a trade with you if depending on how you're
No,
wrestling.
I'm just more talking about wrestling.
I want to kiss you on the mouth right
We
now.
don't-
This
we don't
is
need
the
to talk about
first time
trades.
that these two have been in the same room.
Yeah, it's true.
Cheating on
it's
me
worth,
over here,
it's
kissing
worth
the
it.
mouth?
We can add him in.
I'm all down for
God.
the three-way.
Anyway,
Three-way draft.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
About a three-way
So did you
draft.
watch everything this weekend with ROH and NXT and WrestleMania?
I watched, ROH. I saw the Cody Kenny match.
Yeah,
and then I
just
saw
for the fun of it, it
WrestleMania
was
and then
good.
NXT.
Oh, yeah. So
Bills
what
were gonna
was your
then
favorite of the
trade
weekend?
back up
NXT?
into the
It was
first round.
NXT was the
Me too.
best show.
Me too.
Best match was probably Gargano Ciampa.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that was fun.
What are they doing again? What are they doing again?
The Ronda
really
match
just
was
wanted to have
surprisingly
that
great.
third
What one?
one.
The Ronda match was surprisingly great.
What did you think
it
about
was so
Charlotte
good.
and Asuka?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, see, me too. I thought that was a match of Mania.
Of course,
I think that's
actually,
the
the
second
funny
best
thing
match.
is the
Maybe it was just because
Titans
I
were
was
who I was aiming to do the
my
trade with.
expectations were blown out of the water, but that Ronda match was amazing.
What was your favorite match of the night?
That's okay.
The Ronda match?
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I'd probably say Ronda.
Yeah, okay.
And then Ronda, Charlotte, Asuka. Favorite match of the weekend would be
If you guys want
Ciampa
some
Gargano.
more
I still have a minute and 15
I guess
seconds.
let us know.
I have a
in the
minute and
comments
15 seconds on the clock. Anyway, stop whispering.
We're whispering in front of the
Make your picks so they can't. Brad, we can talk later. Make the picks so they can't talk.
Yeah, Roger, gotcha.
You only got like 10 seconds.
All right, with the do I really?
No, he's got a minute too.
All right, so with the 20th pick in the draft, even though they did go pick up LeGarrette Blount in free agency this year
Oh,
for the
you're gonna
Detroit
do it?
Lions, I'm going to take Geis.
Oh, guys.
Out of LSU. I think that that's a running back that can grow with the team. I think that's a running back that, he's got hands out of the backfield. He's quick. He's powerful.
But it's the Lions and a running back, and that hasn't worked for about 20 years.
Very true.
It is true, man. But maybe this might work this time. Like I told you in the beginning, I don't really.
you say
not a
Darius
big
Geis?
fan
Yeah.
Okay.
of
I was bored
Barkley
on
and whatnot. But
Scummy collusion.
Well, it's like the Bears in first round O tackles. You got to take one at some point.
right,
Or the
you just got to pull
No.
the trigger.
Browns
on
with
it.
QBs.
But why would you take him? Like, you've got Harold Landry on the board. You got Van Der Esch on the board. Linebacker. You could get Michelle. You could get Chubb. You can even get like Kerryon
if he
Johnson
thinks
later.
Geis is a difference maker,
I think Geis can be a
I
difference
like
maker.
Geis because I don't think he falls past the Giants.
he's
in the
just
second
pissed because
round.
he took Geis from him.
That's
No,
exactly why.
There's a very
I
real
actually
chance he
struggled
wouldn't have
because I
fallen
wanted
past
to.
the
I didn't know if I
Dolphins
should
in the
take
first
a
round, just saying.
The Lions have a few needs. They have defensive tackle
none
needs.
of
They have
them-
wide receiver needs. They have running back needs because LeGarrette Blount, he's not an every down back. Dude.
No.
This kid can be. He's not going to get the brunt of the load the whole time. He's going to have Blount with him, and I think he could learn. I think with being with Stafford, even though this offense does tend to throw the ball a lot, I think he'd be good.
Every reason to throw with Stafford, to be fair.
He sucks.
Bengals, you're on the clock.
Bungles. We're taking with the what pick is this? I've done this
21st.
twice. 21st pick. We're taking Skyline Chili. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, whose nickname is that? I've never heard that before.
Skyline
Skyline Chili.
badass nickname.
That's the
That's the where they put
the
pasta in
Chili's.
it, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
disgusting. I have to go out there like all the time for work. It's the most disgusting thing ever. So you Cincinnati people got to step up your food.
And their
Like,
football
that's just
team.
gross. Yeah, they're a mess.
We're going to be hated from a few cities now.
Oh, dude, I'm not allowed in like Orlando, Phoenix, all of Arizona, pretty much.
Memphis now.
Memphis too. Yeah, Memphis fans hate me. Eagles fans probably because what I said about Carson.
Yeah.
So
we do.
with the 21st pick, I take Isaiah Wynn from Georgia.
Nice.
They need some help on the offensive line, and I looked at this stat. In 328 passing downs, he only had 5 pressures.
Jesus.
Like, that's...
Big boy.
He's a big guy, and he could play the tackle, the center, or the guard position. So that's like a... He's versatile.
Not only bringing stats, but lineman stats. That's when you know people are taking mock drafts seriously.
Not really, though.
This was
I really got to the 21st pick, and I saw it was Cincinnati. I'm like, I gotta plug Skyline Chili and how gross it is. I spent more time talking about how gross Skyline Chili is than this Isaiah Wynn pick. So
Now we got triple mark. 3-3-3.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually impressive.
Bills, Dolphins, Panthers.
And the Vikings are going to pick up the phone and call the Bills because we got a trade offer. We noticed you haven't taken a quarterback yet. So what we want to offer is Trevor Siemian and our third rounder this year for your 22nd overall pick.
What trade of schooling did you go to? Fuck Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, Trevor Siemian.
He's not allowed.
Better than Nathan Peterman. 5-pick
Nathan
Peterman.
Peterman is
Hey,
not our
he's got room
quarterback.
to grow.
AJ McCarron is our quarterback. Yeah, Simeon's better. He's currently our
No,
quarterback.
you literally hate Trevor Siemian. So the fact that he's on your team is the only reason why you had to trade him.
What
Can
has
you even
AJ
trade him since
McCarron
you just
done?
signed him?
Trevor Siemian, he's been a quality starter in this league.
You have literally called him garbage 2 years straight.
Like more quality starter than AJ McCarron. He's actually seen the field.
But you
As a
don't
starter.
know the quality of AJ McCarron. He hasn't seen the field.
But here's the thing: we don't want your players anyways. We want picks.
Good
We're
move.
the Bills.
Good
we got things to fill, quite a bit. And if no one else is interested in calling, you'd have to give us a pretty good trade because we're scared of the Dolphins taking our guy. So we're gonna go ahead and take Mason Rudolph.
The mind games here.
Wow, we got to do it. We got to do it. Lamar Jackson was gonna wait. Hold on, Lamar Jackson.
That hurt, didn't it?
It is. Lamar Jackson was gonna be our guy, but
I get him on my team.
our fellow division rival
6
Dolphins
quarterbacks, one
and
round.
the Patriots kind of screwed us over on that. But here's the thing, I actually am kind of okay with that because I think that Mason Rudolph, he's not ready right now, but he will be a better quarterback than Josh Allen. He will be a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Oh, come on. You're just saying that because you don't have him.
Yeah,
he
the Bills,
will be.
The Bills lost the draft.
He
On to
will
the
be.
next one.
Here's the thing. Well, Dolphins are going to be next, so I can go ahead and talk about the Dolphins.
You got a minute 20.
It's like 9 minutes with Mark here.
So the Dolphins here are definitely not scared of Lamar Jackson because here's the belief in my head is that Bill Belichick and Tom Brady leave at the same time. And I'm not scared of Lamar Jackson, a guy who has things to fix, with Josh McDaniels, who is not that good of a coach. Did you see him in Denver?
Okay, did you
And the
see
head
that
coach
was
is
like
not good.
11 years ago? I'm a completely different person than I was 11 years ago. Okay,
I'm sure you are,
I have a
Josh.
beard now.
I'm sure you are. But yeah, we are not scared of that at all. And when we're talking about the Dolphins, because I've moved on from the Bills, from Mason Rudolph.
We didn't reset the clock.
You really
I
should
don't
move
care.
on as quick as you can.
I don't care.
But Mason Rudolph won in the first round. I think that's a pretty big jump.
Well, here's the problem, though, because for the Bills, they are looking at the Dolphins very much could take him as well. And the Dolphins, let's see, what did they get? Oh, they got 95, so that's not super bad. But the Browns here, they already took their quarterback, sure. But the thing that I'm looking at now, what I'm worried about, the Saints, the Steelers. This guy's probably not going to fall past some of these type of teams because they're teams that need somebody to sit and wait.
Yeah, they don't pick
Sure.
till 56th, too, in the second round. They're towards the bottom.
Yeah.
So you're going to really have to make a play here.
An issue is, and that's actually why we were hoping to get this deal done with, who was it that you were trying to, the Packers? Yeah. The Packers, because then we could have taken somebody else and then easily traded back up into the first round.
Screwed that over by trading for Davenport.
But the funny thing was, I actually was going to offer it to the Titans. That's what we were targeting there for the Bills to trade back up.
No, but I think you're totally right to go with Rudolph here because it's only a reach if it doesn't pan out. And I think there is going to be plenty of time for him to develop. Like you said, he's not under the gun right away.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, A.J. McCarron's not great, so there's that little risk with that case of could he absolutely bomb and then we're forced to play Mason Rudolph a little quicker than we would want. But unfortunately, it's kind of it's the hand that you've been dealt. You got to kind of go with it.
Dolphins have a minute 35 on the clock.
All right, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a heads up.
No, I got you. So for the Dolphins, another reason why the Dolphins had no problem with trading back is because we needed linebackers or defensive tackles. And I knew that there was going to be linebackers and defensive tackles. Like I kind of said between things that we were talking, between videos, I was really hoping Vita Vea would just slip and
That's
slide
what I kind of thought was going to happen.
really far. I really thought it was a very real chance. But when it comes
I've done
to
my research, guys.
when it comes to two other guys like Daron Payne and Mo Hurst,
Friend of the show,
Mo Hurst, we're okay with these guys. We're okay with Rashaan Evans being our linebacker. I knew I was going to be able to get one of these people. So for the Dolphins, a team that's, kind of on the bubble, they're not really ready to make this push. We're good, and then we can take Daron Payne. Ooh. And I still got one more pick.
Wow.
I mean, go ahead.
Well, the thing that, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I am going to call the Panthers and offer a trade. The Packers are calling, asking for the 24th. We'll give you the 35th and the 76th overall. We'll give you 2 picks for your first rounder. The 76 is a third round. The 35 is obviously a second rounder.
Real quick, though, the Cowboys are pissed you just took Daron Payne. They were sliding back because there are a lot of DTs on the board.
There are.
So, but Daron Payne was the guy that they were going to take at 19.
Yeah, and I'm glad to get him. I mean, he's probably the top of the list. That's why I didn't go with Rashaan Evans. I like Daron Payne a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we are interested because we, the Panthers, quite a few things that we need to do in this draft. Who are you, Packers? 35 and what?
And the 76.
35, 76 for 24. We'll do it.
Cool. And now, the reason why I made this trade was, I'll be honest, I didn't even notice that Rashad Evans was falling here. I was looking at Van Der Esch or Landry to slide up. Now the choice for me becomes, do I go edge rusher in Harold Landry, or do I go with an inside linebacker in Evans? and we're going to have to go with Evans just because we think the value is too much here. So we're going to trade up, we're going to take Evans, and the Packers are not going to be without a first rounder.
Boo. Boo. All right. Who's next?
You know what's the best thing, though, and this is kind of off the cuff here, is how many Packers fans probably checked out when I traded their pick, didn't stick around for me to trade back in for them.
Ooh, great. You got a fucking
Well, this
linebacker.
is a new video, so I mean,
Too busy packing cheese over there.
Oh,
in
you're gonna put it all in one. All
Wisconsin.
right.
This is all
Fudge
one
Packers.
video.
Bold move. Bold move. No, I think
One full podcast.
I think that's good for the Packers. I mean, I like the pick. Rashaan Evans, like I said, he was the guy who's. I knew he would be there, but it's a guy who probably shouldn't. And I think it's the 4 quarterbacks that went. Now, what, 6 quarterbacks that have gone in the first round?
Jeez.
That really make this kind of happen. But you know, we're at the start of a new generation, a new era of
Quarterback-driven league.
quarterbacks. So you know, you kind of have to do it.
All right, now being on the clock, the Cowboys, there's 3 guys that I'm looking at. You just got rid of Dez Bryant, so you might need a wide receiver. Christian Kirk from Texas A&M still on the board. You still got Mo Hurst, friend of the show at DT, and you also got not Taven Evans. What's his name? I was about to pick
Taven
him.
Bryan.
Taven Bryan, thank you. Taven Bryan from Florida. So those are 2 DTs. We are willing to trade back if anybody wants to get back in the first round, but unless we're going to do that. Anyone? Colin?
He's looking at me because
I don't know. Anyone call-
a master trader over here.
No trades?
No,
Anybody?
no,
All right, cool.
we're good.
All right, so now it really comes down to either defensive tackle or wide receiver. I think they're fine at the wide receiver position. Allen Hurns and Cole Beasley, also Terrence Williams. I think they're going to be fine at that position. I think they're going to go with DT because if they're not able to bring back Demarcus Lawrence, even if they do, they still need help in the middle. We're going to go with friend of the show, Maurice Hurst.
That was when you said Kirk or Hurst. In my head, I'm thinking, please take Mo Hurst. Because if you would have taken Christian Kirk, he's a guy that, like, in my full 7,
Yeah.
I'll spoil it. He's like a second, third rounder. Like, more towards that third. Because, yeah, he's good, but he's not first round good. Mo Hurst is a better pick.
Well, and the one thing, too, now you pair him back up with Taco Charlton, Michigan buddies.
Hell yeah. Was he the one that tweeted out that he was upset with the Dez Bryant them releasing?
No clue.
I know one of them was like,
which
I'm
one?
upset. Taco. With them getting rid of Dez. I know someone they showed was furious that they got rid of Dez.
Either way, Falcons, you're on the clock.
Falcons are on the clock, and they will be taking Taven Bryan, defensive tackle out of Florida with the 26th pick in the draft. They need some defensive line help. That's been noted. Kid's fast. He's strong. He had like 40 tackles last year, 6 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. So I think it'll boost up that defensive line. Because their offense, we know what their offense can do when Matty Ice is clicking. Obviously they didn't have a great year last year, but need some defensive line help. So taking Mr. Taven Bryan.
Every one of my mock drafts, I've had Mo Hurst go there. Just defensive lineman, plug it in, and I was like, if he was going to be there, I'm like, Brad better make that pick. But Sean took him from you.
Yeah. So Taven Bryan, I think, is the way to go for the Falcons in that trade. I'm glad that you thought the same thing. So yeah, I just think they need defensive line help. I don't know who's next.
Well, they don't care what you think.
Wow.
Well, I don't care what they think.
Saints are on the clock.
Now, I will say though that I hear what you're saying, Brad, but I don't know if I consider the value there as a first round pick
For Taven Bryan?
I don't know if I like it as much.
Oh, I mean,
I will say, though, and I'm not calling you out, Mark, here, but I kind of am. Bryant going here is way better than Brian O'Neill going in the top 20 like you had in your mock draft.
Brian O'Neill is top quality.
Third rounder.
He is
You
a
took
top quality.
Sean
You
took
should
Hurst,
pay
right?
more
Yeah, I took Hurst.
attention.
Yeah.
you took Mo Hurst.
man out of
You
pick.
have to realize a lot of research went into this, and I think maybe 1 or 2 things that I read had Hurst going over Taven Bryan in this draft. Mm-hmm. Taven Bryan's a monster. He's fast and he's strong.
Long dude.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I mean, sure, what's the difference between like a first and a second? But I don't know. I would see him as second round guy.
Well, he
But
went
it's
in the
okay.
first round today.
I'm not
Mark.
the Falcons
Go
GM.
learn today.
You're going
It's
to
all
learn about Taven Bryan. I don't really care
Saints
if you
are
do
up.
good, Taven, just so you know.
Yeah, this the Saints one's tough because they need help at wide receiver. They need help, at the linebacker spot. They have some questions there. So I don't know really what the thought process here is because Christian Kirk is available, quick, speedy guy. But there's a guy in Harold Landry that's still available. This kid at 27 is BPA. So while they don't really need an edge rusher because they do have a lot of defensive ends that are absolute monsters in New Orleans. This is just a potential pick. This kid's the best player on the board, so we're going to go with Harold Landry from Boston College.
Okay.
I'm surprised he fell this far.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, this was one that he's a guy to me I usually have going around 20 to the Lions.
I mean, he easily
the
could.
edge rush. But I know Brad valuing you had the pick for the Lions,
Geis.
right?
Yep.
Going with Geis, like that's one that he's always
It's a spicy
running
pick.
back, but it's like do you go end, do you go running back? And that's why Landry I feel like fell.
Right. All right. So who's next up?
Kyle.
Steelers on the clock, huh?
Yep, Steelers up.
Steelers with their pick take Leighton Vander Esch. They have a huge hole in Ryan Shazier from that whole injury debacle, and it's like plug and place for them.
Good thing though off cuff about that was I saw a picture at the Ohio State game. Looked like he was standing under his own power.
Well, but he's still.
It's a long way.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
he's not
playing
ready to-
football.
I don't think
it's
he's-
encouraging, is what I'm
I mean,
saying.
the guy's
don't-
lucky he can walk.
Yeah, I don't mean this the wrong way. I hope he never plays again. Like I honestly hope
For
that
his
guy.
sake.
Yeah, like I honestly hope that guy, does his best just to have a healthy life and try to risk playing football again.
I like Leighton Vander Esch too.
Yeah, I actually think Leighton
Yeah.
Vander Esch is one of those kind of surprises that is here. I mean, I know the way the board fell and stuff like
Right.
that, but he's a guy who is worth higher than what he went for.
I can 1,000% agree.
But Boise State linebackers, how good are they?
But
all
for
about
real,
that
though.
Smurf turf, baby. Smurf turf.
Blue Mountain State, Smurf turf,
Oh my god.
It's perfect.
Fantastic show.
Jaguars, you're up.
Jaguars are listening to offers. If anybody's trying to sneak back into the first round. Going once? Going twice?
It depends. It depends on how. Let me see what you are. You're the Jaguars.
Yep.
I mean, would you take from the Panthers 23 in the second round, 24 in the third? Get some depth.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You don't have a lot of needs.
What was the pick?
The Packers are on call waiting.
It's 23 in the second and it's 24 in the third. You don't have a lot of needs.
Packers are on call waiting.
You don't need to talk to them.
Let's listen to the Packers.
don't need to talk to
Let's
the
listen to the
Packers.
Packers order.
So
Offer.
the thing I'm looking at is the baseline is I'll give you the 33 overall. So I know what you're looking at. You're looking at corner, and you're also probably looking at wide receiver. Your wide receivers are going to be
That
there.
I am.
Your corners are also going to be there. I talked about Carlton Davis. He's going to be there at 33 for you probably. You can also get a wide receiver. Christian Kirk, don't listen to Sean. You're going to want a DJ Moore over a Christian Kirk in the long run.
Why
so I'm
wouldn't I
gonna
just
give
take
you
DJ Moore right now?
So I'm going to give you. Well, you could do that I don't
Because
want
there's
DJ
a couple
Moore.
teams between us.
What you could do, though, is you could take the 33 overall pick,
Okay.
and I will also give you, if I could pull up my Packer picks, because I was looking at the Steelers pick.
I feel dirty
will
for talking to the Packers right now.
Also give you the...
As you should. They're dirty, dirty people.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will work out as a fair trade.
No.
I'll give you my fourth rounder as well, 101 overall and the
Good.
33 overall.
33
So
and
a second and a fourth for your...
a 2 and a 4 versus Mark's offer of a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, it's a later 2.
I know we're still on hold, but
I'll give you a future seventh as well.
A future 7. I mean, that doesn't.
you don't
feel
care
quite,
about seventh rounders.
Yeah, I was just
Let's be
saying,
real.
like, I'm the Jaguars. I'm feeling it's just too far to drop back, though. I'm taking DJ Moore. I quit.
That's a good thing to do because if you traded it to us, we were going to take DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the Jaguars. My secondary, or not my secondary, my wide receiver core has been stolen out from under me because of incompetence, I want to say, in the front office maybe. So yeah, DJ Moore seems like a perfect fit, perfect need right now for this team, and he should be able to make an impact right away.
So this will be funny for you guys. Is Schizo Ricky up here? Was I was actually
Oh, you
trying,
dealed with yourself?
No, I was trying to trade ahead of the Vikings, who I own, to
Schizo
try to
Ricky.
take the guy I was going to take at. What is this? 30? I'm going to take Jair Alexander.
I'm so
cornerback
glad
from
we gave you the
Louisville.
Browns. It's so
I
fitting.
was totally in my head like, I really want him at the Vikings, but the Packers could trade up and get that cornerback. Wasn't able to do it, so the Vikings will take Alexander, get that cornerback, and just move right on.
Patriots are now on the clock, and in Bill Belichick fashion, he is willing to trade down.
It's not surprising.
Anyone want to make a move?
Give me 2 seconds to get it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Let me think about it.
I'm serious.
I think they're all afraid to deal with you because you're Bill Belichick right now.
I think so too.
You always expect that Bill Belichick knows something that you don't when you're
But
talking.
Bill
As you
Belichick
should.
always trades back, and it doesn't always seem to be worth it. The guys he gives up in the first, sometimes pay off. I'm just saying.
But last time we
true.
had 2 picks in the first round. We picked Chandler Jones and some guy named Dante Hightower. So it's pretty fucking good. So I'll take that.
Go ahead.
I'll give you for the 31 overall, and I don't even know if this is a great trade, but I'll offer it anyways. The 33 overall and the 138th overall. So you'll get my second, which is basically a 1A pick, and then you'll also get the a 5th rounder, 138.
The Panthers will go ahead and offer the same thing we offered the Jaguars. We'll give you 23 in the second, 24 in the third.
Okay. Any other?
Higher.
The Giants are calling in for OBJ. I actually don't have
The
it.
Giants also do call in 2 first rounders for Odell Beckham Jr.
Pass.
And we were even willing to throw in Eli Manning.
Mark didn't say it, and I was waiting.
Well,
If you wanted to be your
join
backup
him. If you can't beat
quarterback.
him, join him. Ricky, you're calling as the Browns, right?
No, the Packers.
Oh, the Packers? Boo. What picks have you given up so far?
I have given up the 35th and the 76th. I would be giving you the 33 and the 138.
Want to give us 101?
I would need a future pick also in return for that.
All right, what about 133?
Same thing.
You
No
pancake
deal.
eating
All
mother.
right. We're going to go with an offensive guard. We're going to go Will Hernandez out of UTEP.
Nice. Good.
there you go. Good move.
We're depleted on that line. Will Hernandez, I know he's not a tackle. We need help with Solder, but there's not a tackle that's there, but we still need offensive line help and offensive
Are you sure there's
line
not tackles out
depth.
there with Orlando Brown?
Fuck no. Dude, no
You don't
way.
want him?
I can run a faster 40 than Orlando Brown. Bill Belichick can probably run a faster 40 than Orlando Brown. He
doesn't
I
need
don't
to run a 40.
With
It
or
doesn't
without the
matter
hoodie.
though.
Yeah, he's just
It doesn't-
protecting quarterbacks.
It doesn't matter. I don't like. He's not a Patriot guy.
Not a Patriot guy.
Not a Patriot.
Not a part of
Alright.
the Patriot way.
I never know what that means, but I'll give it to you.
No one does. It's an exclusive club that you can't be a part of. You're not fancy enough.
He doesn't know
That's
the camera to spy on everybody.
Sean?
Or a ball deflator.
Sean's hurt.
No comment.
That's fair.
That's
All
a Belichick answer.
How many gates do we got now? 2?
No comment.
Yeah, we might be on 3.
Third gate's the charm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the
That's
way
when
to
they
do it.
retire and walk off into the sunset together.
Who has been trying to do things?
Isn't Tom Brady married to Sarah Jessica Parker?
No, Giselle Bundchen.
That looks like Sarah Jessica Parker.
The Eagles are the
I'll say you
Eagles are
take that
up
back.
right now, and I know that you guys don't care about trades, but I'm going to call anyways.
You're going to call who? Philadelphia Eagles?
The Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I am the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I say I know that you don't trade, but I'm
put
going to
enough
give
on the
you a
table.
phone call
You
anyways.
don't know that. I might decide if you entice me enough.
I'm willing to give you
Where? Who are you first?
the Panthers.
Oh, you're the Panthers,
The Panthers.
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at it on my screen, but you can't see my screen.
Right.
No.
Okay, so I'm the Panthers. You're the Eagles. We're offering you 23 in the second round,
Okay.
and we'll offer you next year's third.
So you will offer me 23 in the second round and next year's third for my 32nd pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Okay,
You don't need
can I
it.
counter?
Yeah.
Absolutely can counter.
Hey,
so I this guy.
they don't need it.
You
So-
don't.
You don't need
You
to
just
get
won a
those
Super
guys.
Bowl.
You're right. I just won a Super Bowl. I would like to counter.
We just want to say congrats, by the way. We haven't called and say congrats. Thank you.
So
Yeah, this is the Panthers.
I'd like to counter here, and I would
Okay.
like to. You can keep your second pick, your second round pick.
Okay.
You can keep your third round next year's pick. I would like Greg Olson.
Oh.
Damn.
Um,
Snipe shot.
Do they need Greg Olson?
Yes, they do. They need a
Yes,
tight
they do.
end.
They need
they
another
do.
tight
They
end.
do.
That's why I said Dallas Goddard. He's a tight end. That's
Because I mean, they got Ertz.
Interesting.
Ballsy.
Genius.
I like it. I like it.
They run a lot of dual tight end sets.
Yeah,
Hold on,
they
I gotta
Really?
look something up. I should know this.
The
because-
contract
While
on
he-
him?
while
I'm gonna
he
tell
look-
you something
while
right
he
now.
looks that up, I love it. I love it out of you.
I'm gonna
The
let
ballsy move.
I'm gonna let you know something right now. You have 5 seconds.
Put him on the clock.
We live in
right?
a different world than that last offer.
These outcasts don't play no games, man. What I want is what I want.
Mark,
that's not a
Mark, what you bringing to the
Philadelphia
table?
accent.
God, Panthers fans are gonna hate me.
None of that weak shit.
kind of want to do it, don't you?
I really want to do it, and here's why. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say here's why.
Do it.
I'm gonna
Pull the
accept
trigger.
it. I'm gonna accept it. I'm sorry,
Wow.
Panthers fans, because he's on the very last year of his contract. So next year he's a free agent. He's 33 years old.
Right.
By the way. And when is his birthday? Because you know I love the when is their birthday game. So he will be 34 years old before the season starts.
And I do want to say one thing. I know that coming in, we have a future tight end in Zach Ertz. I want to make another playoff push. We run a lot of dual tight end sets. Greg Olsen is one of the best tight ends in the NFL, and putting him next to another one of the best tight ends in the NFL.
That's got to be the steal. You getting Greg Olsen is the steal of the draft.
That's the steal of the draft. Thank you, sir.
That's what I'm saying. The Panthers fans are probably going to hate me
I was
going to
take Hayden Hurst.
But
I was going to take Hurst. But you gave me Greg Olsen, so that was the one and only trade I made. It was a blockbuster. Buzzweed's the man.
I'm all right.
So why would you make that deal?
Are you planning the Super Bowl route as of now for the parade? At that point, I mean, like they just get better with the last pick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, two unhealthy tight ends though.
Yeah, I was just going to look up
how
how long that injury was.
If they're healthy, we could still. Hey, there's a bunch of rounds in the NFL draft.
I
could
take a
another
flyer
one.
on somebody.
You got it.
Okay. Yeah, because he was injured in week 2 last year. I knew it was a really long time was when he had that foot injury. But
It's fine.
this
He's
was
still been their best wide receiver
until November. I think is when he was out. But yeah, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, and it's better than anybody I can get at 32.
And to the Panthers fans who are already mad at me for it, the man's going to be 34 years old. How much more does he got left?
That's okay.
Here
Easily 3 years.
You already
easily 3 years.
Easily 3 years.
Hang on, it just makes sense. It makes sense for Philadelphia.
It does. I think
because
it could be a
he's
win-win.
coming off a 1-year contract.
No,
See if he's going to be healthy. Putting him next to Ertz and giving that to Carson Wentz with Alshon Jeffrey and with Aguilar and J.H. Aye.
The great thing for the Panthers is we get to keep second round 3. If we want to get Goddard, we can just grab him. If we really want another tight end, we're going to have our 23 still in the second round, 21st of the third, 24th of the third.
What tight end are you taking over?
I'm not.
Hayden Hurst.
I'm taking my Q's.
Over Hayden Hurst?
What? Oh, I would take Goddard over Hurst.
He's going with a corner. He's going with Mike.
But I'm going with my
tight
Q's.
end. I thought he said tight end.
No, I'm saying I can get a tight end in just like a few and 3 more picks if I want to replace him right now. But I'm going with my Q's because he's fallen.
Wow. And here's the thing I have for you. The question I have: why Mike Hughes over like a Carlton Davis or a Isaiah Oliver? Those are 2 guys that could have been taken here as well.
See,
as the Patriots, I was thinking about trading up to get Isaiah Oliver. So that would have been my guy.
See, I do like them, but I'm just maybe this is just my personal rankings of it. I just like Mike Hughes better. The third of the second round. So we're gonna pick in 3 rounds. But he's already fallen this far, and he's the cornerback I want. And I need a wide receiver. And James Washington's my wide receiver I'm aiming at. I can say it because we're at the end of the draft. It doesn't matter.
We're going round 2, baby.
And he's going to be there.
Start it up.
He's going to be there at number 3.
Okay, if we're going round 2, we're bringing the 12.
Chance he's going to be there.
Well, but the first pick of the second round, the Packers will take James Washington. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just saying right now, I have not made a trade this whole draft. I haven't entertained one. I think that was the best trade of the draft.
Might be.
I don't know. I still like the Patriots going up above the Dolphins to screw over the Dolphins and get Lamar Jackson.
I like it because of the Dolphins part too. I think that's fun.
Needs more.
But no, I'm happy because we're going to fill our needs and we got a shit ton of draft
attention.
So, but really, best team of the draft has to be the Browns, right? Saquon, Allen, and Ward, all in one draft.
I just made one.
They'll find a way to fuck it up.
That is pretty disgusting.
I just made one move, and my offense is still going to be number 1.
Maybe.
Minnesota might have something to say. We paid Kirk a lot of money.
Minnesota is going to get hit by a meteor while they're playing the Packers this year, and the team will be no more.
Book it now.
Don't at me.
Book it now.
Book it now.
I like it. No, but what we're going to do really quick at the end is, everybody take the opportunity to think about your teams. Think about how you feel.
Think about what you did to them.
Think about what you've done.
How much
what
we pissed
you
off fan
put
bases.
them through. And we'll go a little round table on it. I'll start because I once again have the mic, and even though I warned you guys about this, I still want you guys to have a chance to think about it. No, I feel good. I mean, the Giants got their quarterback. The Dolphins, they make a trade because they've got stuff they got to do. They've got to fill some stuff. And like I said before, the Dolphins aren't scared of Lamar Jackson. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about the future of the Patriots. We're building up right now. They needed Daron Payne. I'm all right with that. The Bills, this is one where Mason Rudolph, I know people are going to be upset about, but I think they had to do it. You can't walk out there with A.J. McCarron and that's it. You can't do with A.J. McCarron and that's it.
Now, my only question with quarterbacks is, first off, Mason Rudolph, now that the draft's done, we can kind of say it. The only teams after that which would needed a quarterback, unless you're thinking the Dolphins would have taken him right after, it's really the Dolphins and then whether Sean would have taken him with the Saints.
And the Steelers. The Steelers definitely could have taken a quarterback.
Would you have taken a quarterback in the first round?
Probably not.
That is-
Just based on need for, they're going to be a playoff contender. They're going for it now. They're not.
But what do
gonna-
you do afterwards?
Well, you
That's
let,
my point.
You let
What do you
Ben
do
walk, and then you're in
afterwards?
the top. You're at the top of the draft in a couple of years.
And
it's not a timetable yet.
And as the Saints, if Rudolph was there and someone wanted a quarterback, I probably would have traded back because Rudolph isn't the guy in my opinion.
And
for
also,
the Saints.
the Dolphins would have at least been interested in potentially trading into the first round for it because they need a quarterback again. I mean, even the Falcons technically could have drafted a backup quarterback for
I
him. There's a
mean,
lot of
do you
people that
think-
need a quarterback.
But do you think he could have rolled into the second?
Could he?
That's
Yes.
the question.
But can
is-
the Bills afford to wait for him to maybe roll into the second? Not really.
But is he the guy? Like that's the thing. Is like I mean, Luke Falk's
He's got
still
all the
there.
tangibles.
There's still a ton
He's
of
got
guys on the
everything
board.
you want.
But and this is the thing with Mason Rudolph. It's got to have the right system. Do you think the Bills are the right system? Because also you have otherwise the one.
You're done, son.
Because the one guy, if you're going for a project anyways, there's the kid out of Richmond, Kyle Luletta. I always say the last name wrong. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
Get ready for the hate.
Kyle Luletta, where if I'm going with a project, it's like, you know what? If Mason's there, fine. If not, I'll just go with the kid out of Richmond in like the 4th or the 3rd or the 5th.
But we're not
fourth or
really
third,
going for a
somewhere.
Here's the thing: we're not really going for a project. You know, like I said, I think he's a better quarterback than Josh Allen when you look at their future NFL careers. I think he'll be a better quarterback. Probably
Totally forgot about Luke
take-
Falk too. Could take
Yeah.
him in the 3rd.
But see, I'm not looking for a project right now necessarily.
So basically, is he your insurance policy because you maybe don't believe in the guy you just picked up?
correct.
Yeah. Also, you didn't spend that much on AJ McCarron, so it's fine if you
Exactly.
take out an
We don't
insurance
care.
policy.
We don't
Okay.
care, and we can
Okay.
go bring in some veteran or something. Someone will get cut. You know,
Mark Sanchez will be back
Mark
in a few
Sanchez
games.
can't play the first 4 games
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
season.
he'll be
but,
back in a few games.
You know, but anyways, to get off of Mason Rudolph, you know, whether Bills fans like it or not in that case, the thing too was that the Bills were not going to have abilities to trade up into like the 30 range or something like that. Then Panthers, they didn't need to necessarily trade up, but Mike Hughes was the cornerback I liked. He's the one I wanted over the other ones. You know, there's a specific wide receiver they would like to go for, or offensive tackle at their next spot. So it was a good chance to trade up into the 3rd, our first.
Well, and the thing you got to look at with that is the thing I like it on both sides actually. But you just gave up Greg Olsen for that first. What did you pick up from my deal with the Packers? I gave you 2 picks for your pick earlier, which is why you had to move back up. So you get 2 picks, and yeah, we're getting rid of Greg Olsen. Like, I don't think it's that bad of a deal that you did that with Brad.
Oh,
No,
no, it's
yeah.
not. It's not at all.
And the Panthers probably aren't. I mean, yeah, they were
I mean,
a
who's
playoff
gonna
team, but they're
who's
not
gonna
an
catch
amazing
something
team.
out there from Cam? That's the big question because
Well, we're
he's
probably
been
going to
the
draft
guy.
a wide receiver.
Yeah, you can do that.
And by the I can do it at 35 exactly, or I can wait till later in the
Des
second round.
Bryant.
I was going to say Des Bryant's available technically, so there's options.
once a year potentially.
That's true.
Could you imagine
There's
Dez
options.
and Cam together? That'd just be disgusting.
Right? All right.
The ego
I'm
couldn't
good.
fit in
I'm
a
good.
room.
Des to Philly.
What was the
twice a year.
real quick? What was the Panther trade? Greg Olsen and
Oh,
Salaries might not
it was
work.
just
there.
Greg
It
Olsen.
was just straight Greg Olsen.
Okay.
Sean's confused.
I
now.
just wonder if
I was just making sure.
I just wonder if that trade didn't allow with salaries and stuff. Like,
Well,
how- would that work?
Who knows?
You'll make it work.
Oh, okay.
You got him now. You'll make it work.
Well, I will make it work. Yeah.
I just think it's funny though.
Well,
that,
I won't. I
and
don't
Greg
care.
Olsen's contract. I mean, he's only base salary $6.5 million.
Oh, it'll work. It'll work.
But I just think that it's funny when you really think about like a 30. No offense to you, a 34-year-old tight end being worth a first round. That's impressive.
Well, again-
that's not like I said. No offense to you. That's
Right.
Greg Olsen.
When I'm coming off a Super Bowl season, and then Trey Burton's gone, we let Selleck go.
You need it. Yeah, you
Greg
need it.
Olsen
Extending
on a
that
1-year
championship
deal to see
window.
what he could do to make another push, and then
Yeah.
revisit tight ends at next year's
He
draft
can walk
or in
off
free
into the
agency.
sunset.
Right.
Yep.
The Eagles, right now, I'm looking at Spot Rack. They do have the most cap space out of any team.
Oh, did
so
you?
it would
So
work.
they got
That team's so dangerous, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm good though. Ricky, you take it away. How do you feel?
and Carolina's going to get wiped
like
out
just
by
in general
the
on
Eagles.
mine. Like what the
about whatever you
thing
want.
I did.
No,
what
give
I-
us an update on how you're doing mentally.
Okay, I can do that too. I mean, I was
What do you
trying
think?
to. I was trying to trade ahead of myself, but no. The thing I did what I accomplished. I came in here. I know we had 5 teams, but I was really looking at the Browns. I wanted to make sure I had the plan. I'm going to go Saquon 1. Whatever quarterback falls to 4, I'm going to take that guy. And then I was expecting Ward to be taken. And I'm like, I'm going to trade back up, 33, 35, don't care, getting rid of him. I'm getting Josh Jackson. The fact I get Ward, I love
that was huge. That's
I love
what I
that.
wanted to take with
I love
that 15th pick. Because where'd you take Ward with the 14th?
I took him with
14th, yeah.
14th,
See,
right
I
above
was,
the
I was up
Cardinals.
next, you know.
And the Browns are so stacked when it comes to picks that it's like they can make moves like that. So that's the most important team, I think, to watch for the draft this year, strictly because they have so much draft capital. You know, so that had to be fun for you to sit there and pick it.
And I will say, I almost would. I offer the Earl Thomas to the Redskins, right? Was that it?
that was it. Yep.
I almost offered it to you, but I didn't think you'd do a trade. That's
Well,
why
I mean,
didn't
like
do
I
what
said,
Sean
if you came at me and
Well,
I got to be
what
like,
Mark
you know,
did.
it's something good. Like, I'm
Because
not
it
gonna-
was, you did lose the Honey Badger. Earl Thomas, we can get rid of.
Right.
The only thing is, I didn't know if you were going to, because with the Seahawks, my goal was I wanted to keep the 18th, even though I didn't think that was possible.
That's also interdivisional, by the way.
Right. Well, I would have taken picks from you if I was going to take Earl Thomas
Yeah.
too, like how I did straight up with Mark. Like I said, I know it's 34-year-old tight end, but Greg Olson's a proven Pro Bowler, and he's on a 1-year deal. He'd be a nice number
Plus,
2 tight end,
being
man.
a Bears fan, getting that former Bear
Exactly.
had to be happy.
And you know what? And I'm going to say this on air right now. Mike Martz, I hate you. You're a bastard.
Only other thing is
Stupid bitch.
kind
Huge
of
fan of the show.
I don't regret it.
I hate
but
that son of a bitch.
Okay.
I would have
Alright,
liked
let's-
to trade back with the
The first one was a
Buccaneers,
good
but I
punch.
didn't.
Roll it back a little bit.
I can't. Fair.
And I would have
He's
loved
going
to have
for it.
made that trade with you
He
before
ruined Jay
Marcus
Cutler.
Davenport. I wanted that.
Yeah, the
because
Packers
that was
were-
going to be perfect.
Packers
Because
were going to trade with the Bills.
yeah, because then that was going to be the perfect situation. Because then the Bills could have traded back up for Mason Rudolph. It would have fit a little bit better. Just
But
saying.
instead,
Instead, we just went for it.
I swooped in and went for it. Yep.
Yeah, that was
Sean.
Sean, how do you feel?
Oh, all right, cool. I'm up. Well, for the Colts, I mean, I feel great. I got the best defensive player in the draft in Bradley Chubb. And now the Colts, you know, they need some offensive line help. You didn't go Quentin Nelson, but I think, you know, getting to the quarterback is going to be massive for Indianapolis. You know, it's going to be really dependent on if Andrew Luck plays, on how well this team does. So if Andrew Luck does play, you know, he might not be protected well enough, but you can always address that next year. Bradley Chubb can be an absolute game changer for the Colts. Then I have the Patriots coming up at 11 with Lamar Jackson. I love that I jumped the Bills to get him. I also love that I only gave up a third and a future third. I think that's you know, you're not killing your capital. You still have 2 firsts and 2 seconds. I like that move. I think, again, Lamar Jackson gets a lot of hate for no reason. I think that kid has the mentality to be a great quarterback, and being in that system, I think he can really develop well. And then going and getting Will Hernandez from UTEP. I was thinking about a corner there, so, you know, Oliver from Colorado, also Mike Hughes was in play, but the line is desperate there. I don't think there was a tackle that was necessary or that needed to be taken, so I went with Will Hernandez out of UTEP, so I'm feeling great about the Patriots. Then with the Chargers, Vita Vea, you guys all wanted him. Everyone wanted him. I ended up scooping him up at 17. Perfect pick for them. Then with the Cowboys, getting Mo Hurst, I was a little iffy. I kind of regret trading down now with the Titans because Daron Payne ended up falling. I was trying to make that move. If Daron Payne fell, I would have been happy. But Mo Hurst, good consolation prize, especially if he can play. Saints getting Harold Landry. That's BPA. Not really sure of the fit. Not really sure of if they need him. But he's the best player available at 27. Super, you know, falling down like that in a free fall. I'm happy that they got the best player available in Landry. So feeling about the picks, pretty strong. So I like my picks.
Fair enough. For my picks, I think the big question mark is just the Broncos, to be honest. Like John Elway going full cowboy and just being like, another quarterback.
Well,
Give me another quarterback.
My question there is,
Yep.
and I know that this is all we're the GM.
Yeah.
But with the Broncos, I'm so confused what they're going to do at 5 because Elway's come out and said Case Keenum's our guy. Vance Joseph has said he's the missing piece.
Yep.
I don't think he is.
Which means if
I don't think
he
he
is
is.
the missing piece and they think they can compete, they could go after Chubb. And that's the one question. Or they go after Quentin Nelson and help
That's what
protect
I
him.
would say,
Like
Nelson.
one of those two is the likely pick if that's the case. I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit. I think that John Elway wants a quarterback that he can call his own, and that's exactly where they're going to go with it. Raiders at 10, I'm thrilled Roquan Smith, can't talk, fell to me. I really thought the Niners might have taken him after the ongoings, but let's be honest, they need another linebacker. Huge help for the Raiders. The Redskins at 13, Tremaine Edmonds falling there. They could go a lot of different ways. Like that's a team with multiple needs. Linebacker though would be nice if they wanted to go. Could have taken Vita Vea there. Could have taken a couple guys, but again, I think the health will return, and that's going to solve their defensive problems on the rushing front. Love the move to go up and steal Davenport as the Titans. Like that's their dream pick. I think if he fell somehow miraculously to them at 25, they'd be in heaven. I don't think it'll happen. They need to move up to get him. but that'd be a huge ad. And the Jags just needed a wide receiver. Like, for fuck's sake, get them something. They're going to draft probably one more wide receiver after this in the draft.
All right. Yeah, I felt like my most important pick was the Jets, considering what they traded to get up to that.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Non-quarterback.
And I feel, and I felt like I got the most, like, for what they gave up. Like, I got the most NFL ready guy, like plug and place. I really did.
The thing that's hard with them too is they have this pick, then not a pick till the third.
So you have to hit. Like, that's the. So I like the Rosen pick. My 49ers, man, I can't talk either. I got Jimmy G a weapon, which I know that like they could have went tight end, or not tight end, linebacker there, but I felt like you know they hamper a lot of their success on how well Jimmy G is going to be early on here, and I think that their window is, considering they paid him, is going to be in the next couple of years. And I got Ridley, so I thought that's the number one receiver in the draft. So I had to draft another receiver for the Ravens because they have a terrible receiving core, and I mean that was just cut and paste, you know. Bengals got Isaiah Wynn, and I
just balancing while Kyle's talking, just balancing a water bottle on his head.
Sorry.
I liked that pick just strictly because I mean the stats show 328 passing downs, and the guy only gave up 5 pressures, and that's, I mean, Andy Dalton needs all the help he can get too. So, and then the Steelers.
What about the chili, though? You skipped over the chili.
The chili was terrible.
Skyline chili?
Skyline chili is disgusting, so they lose no matter what. And then, like, obviously with the Steelers, with Shazier out, they need a linebacker. And I thought that Leighton Vander Esch is a good spot for this pick, and I think he can kind of grow with that defense as well. So, yeah, I think most of my teams were safe. I think I took the safe route on a lot.
You didn't make any trades.
A lot of picks.
Either.
No trades, just kind of sat. And well, it's kind of hard because the only trades I would kind of make would be with the Jets, because honestly the bottom half of that division, they beat each other up when it comes to the North. And I mean the Steelers are contending. I mean the defenses for the Ravens were pretty solid, and I mean obviously Andy Dalton needs some help on the line. So other than that, like, I mean, the 49ers, it's plug and place with Calvin Ridley, and I think that he can grow and be a guy with Jimmy G, and obviously with Rosen at the top. Obviously, if they're giving up that much, they need to make sure they hit on that pick. And I think I got the most ready available quarterback right there to plug and place.
Yep.
All right, well, with my first pick, I had the 8th pick with the Bears, and I took Quentin Nelson just because it makes the most sense. And you want to protect Mitch. That's who we invested in. That's who we traded picks for in last year's draft. He wants to be our franchise guy. You need guys to protect the franchise guy. So I just think that's a no-brainer for Nelson coming over to the Bears. Now, you guys were looking at me with the Cardinals pick. You know, you're wanting me to trade up to grab a quarterback. Just went and got Sam Bradford, all right? I know he's older. I don't think they're going to have anybody sit behind Sam Bradford.
But will he play every game?
Probably not, but they're not contending anyway. So, it was either wide receiver help with them, or, you help in the secondary where they lost Honey Badger. So I just thought that made the most sense. Like I said, these are safe picks that make sense to me. And again, trading up, there's not a quarterback I really wanted to trade up for. And that just, to the point, like, I just think they could stay where they're at and still land a good talent.
They also have the ginger giraffe as their backup.
They picked up Glennon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not,
I mean, they're not paying him $48 million a year.
That's true.
Yeah, neither are we anymore. Well, he got guaranteed, but he got some guaranteed money, but thank God not the whole thing. At 20, I didn't, again, with the Lions here, I took Geis because I just thought it made sense. You get a young running back in the game here. Again, a receiver could have gone there too. They have Golden Tate and whatnot. I mean, they have their number one guy, but I mean, always wide receiver help is good. But there's still wide receivers left in free agency here too. That's why I'm kind of, what are they going to do? I'm not sure. But LeGarrette Blount's over 30 years old. And I think Geis could be a good running back to pair with Matthew Stafford if it works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. They missed again. Oh, well. With the Falcons, I took Taven Bryan. They need help on the defensive line. Thought it'd be a good pick. Powerful kid. Get to the quarterback. Obviously what you want a defensive lineman to do. And then with the last pick, I didn't take anybody. I traded with Mark. And could I have reasonably, because he is a little older, asked for a pick or two? Yeah, I could have. But just for the sake of it being fun.
The shock value alone.
And an impulse, it's just like, it's a cool thing, man. Because, like, if Greg Olsen can be healthy and you put him next to a healthy Ertz, Carson Wentz is that I don't want to play them. I don't want to play them. I don't want to play them at all. Like, and their defense got better. Their defense have gotten better. How many Super Bowl teams have you seen in the last few years that, I mean, I know it's on paper, so we haven't seen them play yet, but how many Super Bowl teams in the last couple of years you've seen come out of the Super Bowl get drastically better.
Patriots on paper.
Yeah.
Well, on paper, right? On paper,
On paper.
on paper. But like, and this is exactly what
So
that
we'll
is
see.
too. But I mean, it's just.
But yeah, no,
that'd be something
you
to be
set them
cool.
up basically to keep contending year after year right now.
Right. I mean,
The one thing I noticed with our draft that is very interesting, only, and if I'm mistaken, 3 offensive linemen. You've got Wynn and Quentin Nelson were the guards, but Mike McGlinchey, the only tackle, and it was you. And I'm thinking I would have taken Orlando Brown, Colton Miller. Like there were a few of them, maybe even Connor Williams before.
But what do you want to
McGlinchey.
prioritize in the start of your draft?
Well, it's also the fact too of, like I always say,
The Seahawks could have taken tackle.
Notre Dame tackles.
Derwin James was there, and
Yeah, Notre Dame tackles. I love them. Sean brings up his complaint about Orlando Brown being slow.
I don't think he's just slow though. I think it's also something mentally, and I don't want a slow and a guy who does not care. Yes, I'm calling him lazy. I don't know. I don't know.
The L word.
I don't know if he's motivated. And again, I'm not doing the research. I'm not interviewing these guys, so I don't know what he's actually going through. So my view of him is, I think he's lazy. I think he's not going to be motivated. I don't want that guy protecting Tom Brady. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah,
You know how Sean loves Tom Brady.
What a
That's
Patriots
true.
answer.
The tackles did, I feel like realistically another tackle is certainly going to go in the first round. But, it all falls down to how the cards fall, who picks who. I mean, we had 6 quarterbacks go in the first round. The first time since, I don't know if anybody remembers that stat, sometime in the 80s or something
1983.
like that. 1983.
That's a decent draft for quarterbacks, if I remember
big deal.
right.
Dan Marino, John Elway, and then that one dude who played for the Jets.
There you go. Anyone have any last minute thoughts before we sign off?
I got one last one. This is for a guy who's not a first round. I just want to get what you guys think. Shaquem Griffin, where do you think he's going to go?
3rd round.
yeah, 3rd round.
I think that's pretty safe.
He's a guy that could go 3rd for me, but also could go 5th. Like, I don't know
And be
what
sure
to
to
think
be
of.
on the lookout for that when Ricky's mock draft, full 7-round mock draft, comes to mostvaluablepodcast.com.
Yep.
Like
It
that
doesn't-
plug?
Yeah, I like how
pointed
you
at the
pointed the
camera,
camera and it
it's
turned
off.
off already.
Oh, it's off?
It turned off, but that's okay.
It just timed out.
It's okay. It doesn't matter because we're signing off anyway, so you guys can enjoy our logo. The MVP logo is a fantastic logo.
Which one are we going to use?
We're going to use the Outcast.
We'll figure it
logo.
out.
I feel like, yeah,
Just flash them all right in the beginning.
Just mash it. Just the fast break. It's fine.
For the
Yeah.
rebrand, just
Basketball. So let us know what you guys think. I did it too. I pointed to the camera too. Let us know what
It's
you
natural.
guys think down below in the comments section. It's weird to do the outro and not look at the camera.
Well, I do want to say one thing before
yeah,
you
go
do
ahead.
sign off. It was a pleasure being able to sit in the same room with all you
Absolutely.
guys because we haven't got to do that yet. It
Yeah.
was really cool to meet, because we have not met Dave or Sean yet. So it was a pleasure on our part to come on down and hang out for a little bit.
You guys are right.
Thanks,
Sean,
Man,
we're
we're really
really
trying.
Seal of
aiming
you don't
for
know
it,
how
right?
hard that is for Sean to give up.
Man, Sean, you're gonna have to hang out with us off the air because we are rough. We're gonna take you for a ride, homie.
So let us know what you guys think down below. Did you hate the teams? What the teams picked? Is there any particular person that you really thought just did a horrible job of being a GM?
I mean,
feel free to
Ricky.
let us know because I'm sure you already did. Hit the like button though. Hit the sub button because we got a ton of other stuff coming up. Whether it's the Chicago Bears, whether you like basketball, whether you want big boards, whether you want other mock drafts beyond this, even a full 7-round mock draft. You're leaning at me.
I'm looking at you.
Okay. As nobody can see, but Ricky is on me now. And beyond that, though,
That
go
paints a
to
picture.
mostvaluablepodcasts.com to check out our store. You can get yourself an MVP t-shirt and also patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcasts. Follow us on Twitter at mostvaluablepod. I'm at _Weber, at Ricky Widmer, at Schwarbo, at Dave Don't Tweet, at MVP Juice Man, at MVP Buzzweed. That's everybody, I
Man,
believe.
look at that.
Dave _don't
Underscore tweet.
Oh.
There you go.
Get it right.
There you go. Dave _don't tweet. All right. Thank you guys for checking out this mock draft. Let us know. We look forward to seeing what you think down below. And pretty soon it's going to be here. So have a great rest of your day. And I can't wait. Can't wait for the draft.
Go Bears.